Gladiators, Jacksonville with their 4-game win streak. They're now 33, 15, and 2 on the year. And again, first place for 68 points. For Atlanta, 25, 25 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss, 56 points for them. So the Icemen have a 12-point cushion over the 5th place Gladiators. That's your playoff cutoff. So Jacksonville looking very good with only 22 games to go in the regular season. We'll have your opening face-off in a moment, but with this being Military Appreciation Night, we're going to bring you down to ice level once again with Joe Massa. This crowd already going bananas right now for Military Appreciation Weekend, and why not? This is always one of the best events of the year for the Icemen. Great crowd tonight. We expect a better one tomorrow, possibly even opening up the upper bowl for tomorrow as well. And let's bring you back down to ice level.
Thank you. Fans, once again, let's hear it for St. Paul's Catholic School and the Brantley County Air Force Junior ROTC.
So the Icemen again playing maybe their best hockey of the season, although really you could say that the best hockey of the season has lasted almost half the season at this point. Not only have they won 4 in a row, but if you want to take it way back to when they really started playing well, that would be December the 3rd. They played 32 games since December the 3rd. 24 wins, 6 losses, 2 overtime losses for the Icemen since December the 3rd. So that is a good long stretch. And keep in mind that is without several key components. They have 8 guys on the injured reserve list. 5 of them are defensemen. The most recent one, Victor Hadfield, he is now on injured reserve as well. So the Icemen are without 5 of their top 7 defensemen, all on injured reserve, and yet still they are finding a way to play lights-out hockey, not only offensively, but defensively as well. The Icemen have allowed a grand total of 17 goals in their last 10 games overall, and that is with the loss in manpower there. Big reason for that, at least in part. Number 1 in goal tonight, Charles Williams. Man, he has been absolutely sensational. He is the ECHL Goaltender of the Week from this past week. He saved 82 of 85 shots, .965 save percentage, goals against average of 0.97. Definitely earned that Goaltender of the Week this past week. He's stopped 53 consecutive shots against him as well. I could go on, but Willie has been the real deal between the pipes, and he is in goal again tonight. He does not have enough games to qualify for the leaderboard in the ECHL. If he did, he would rank 4th overall with a 2.39 goals against average. And we are underway. Puck is behind the Atlanta net. Joe Murdoka is their netminder tonight. He is 4-3 on the year, goals against average of 2.86. As the Icemen try to pry the puck free in the offensive zone, and they do get it loose. Fortunato tries to play it down low. It is blocked, but the Icemen get it right back. Jordan unable to get a shot away, but he gets it right back. Feeds it for Lynch. Centering feed, couldn't set up Nazarian. Poked away by Dwyer, held in the zone by Jacksonville briefly. Reese Vitelli gets it back, but he can't clear either. Finally, the Gladiators get a stick on it, and they will knock it out to neutral ice. Jacksonville back in the neutral zone. Aaron Nazarian picks up a man right onto the ice. Held in and onside. Puck slips into the corner. Nazarian taps it down low. It was Craig Martin who had just come onto the ice and set up an opportunity for himself as Jacksonville finishes a line change. Tim Davison for the Gladiators, chipping it off the glass and out. And the Icemen go D to D for Tim Theocharidis, one of just a couple of their top 7 defensemen that are in the lineup tonight. Brandon Fortunato is the other. Other than that, it's been almost all Southern Professional Hockey League guys, and man, have they all stepped up, and they have all done their part. As the Gladiators get a centering feed away, Williams makes the save on Michael Pellick's wraparound attempt. Atlanta has their top line on. They are all veteran players with Eric Neely, Michael Pellick, and Cody Sylvester. Atlanta playing it down low for Pellick. He's defended by Harris. Neely tries to swing it behind the net. Penalty coming. This is going to be on Jacksonville. There's your call. And it will be a power play for the Gladiators as Neely got hit from behind. First whistle of the game comes with 18:22 to go. And unfortunately, it involves an Iceman player heading into the penalty box. And that will send the Gladiators to the man advantage. It's going to be Sean Leonard going into the box for Jacksonville, one of those Southern Professional Hockey League defensemen who have really shined since signing with the Icemen a couple of weeks ago, as we bring in Alex Reed. And Reeder, what a road trip it was for the Icemen this past weekend. 3 games and 3 nights. They come away with 3 victories, all in regulation.
Yeah, it was a great week there for the Icemen. They got some help along the way there as well, but they took care of business. That's all they can control. And then here they are, opening the weekend here, sitting atop the division with a 3-point lead. Big penalty kill here to start off this game. Atlanta very good on the road on the power play at 24%.
It was Jacksonville skates into the Gladiator zone. They get a shorthanded bid that is wide of the net. Gladiators take it right back into the offensive zone. They whip it cross ice for Reese Vitelli. Off the boards, it is Tyson Empey. Cade Oliver for Empey. Back for Oliver in the corner. Centering feed. Could not set up Mrazek. Comes to the near side for Reese Vitelli. Nazarian unable to get a clear. Shot from distance is blocked in front. Nazarian hustles for it. He's got it. He'll skate with it, but not in a scoring position. He's just going to kill some time and tap it into the zone. And the Icemen will get a change on the fly. Atlanta is 6th overall in the power play. Yes, they are potent there, Reader, at 22.9%, but both teams' power plays have suffered against this specific opposition. Each team has only scored 1 power play goal total in the 4 previous games between these 2 clubs.
Wow, that just goes to show you, neither team, they've been able to stifle one another here, stymie one another here in both, all those outings this season.
Atlanta in the offensive zone. They still have 49 seconds on the power play. It's Sylvester at the right circle. Pellick looks to center. He's defended by Theocharidis. Shot goes over the crossbar. Comes to the near side corner. Atlanta still has it, but a centering feed back to the blue line is stolen by the Icemen. Here comes Jacksonville, 2-on-2. Lynch with Jordan. Jordan gets a shot away. It's deflected wide. Sharp angle shot. Jordan couldn't handle a bouncing puck. He had half the net open, but it was a bouncing puck. He had to just take one quick swipe at it, and he swung and missed.
Yeah, that bounce just kind of threw him off a little bit. If he was able to connect on that one fully, could have been a great shorthanded opportunity from a guy that's near the top of the league in shorthanded goals, and Zach Jordan.
Icemen come away with the puck in their own zone. It is Fortunato skating to center. He'll tap it behind the Atlanta net. Just 6 seconds to go on this power play. An excellent penalty kill here from the Icemen. Stepping back out onto the ice is Sean Leonard as Atlanta clears it in deep. Pellick kicks at it. Comes off the boards for Jacksonville. Here come the Icemen. 1-on-1, trying to pick up a second guy as a 2-on-1. It is Martin with a drop pass tapped away by Sylvester. He read that well, and it's a 3-on-2 in transition for the Gladiators. Sheen for Sylvester, now for Pellick, and a save by Williams. No rebound as Atlanta gets the first good quality chance for either team.
Yeah, it was on a rush the other direction there in transition, and good passing play, good setup there by the Gladiators there. I think the puck kind of hit the heel of the stick there. Pellick, he didn't get all that he wanted to on that shot, but a good stop nonetheless by Charles Williams. No rebound, as you highlighted there, which is key You certainly want to have that type of control, but good little breakout. Certainly the best chance of the game for either team, but Atlanta getting an opportunity that time, but I don't think Pellick caught that one exactly where he wanted it to let that thing fly.
Just fine by Jacksonville, of course, as the Icemen win the faceoff, but they can't do anything with it behind the net. It is stolen by Atlanta. Now they are the ones cycling it along the wall. Michael Turner into the corner. Turner falls down. Puck comes free. Belongs to Jacksonville. They'll chip it off the boards and out. Tim Davison, indirect feed, comes to center, and Jacksonville takes possession. It's Connor Russell slamming it around the wall. Carlos Fornaris first on the puck. Off the boards, held in by the Icemen. Taken back by Jacksonville. It is a forehand just over the crossbar from Brown. Had him beat to the glove side as Atlanta clears out of the zone. That play developed very quickly. Brown, who's really found the range with his accuracy this last couple months or so, but couldn't find the range on that one as the puck is into the Gladiator zone, sliding right back out to the Icemen line.
Christopher Brown, one of those guys last week that had 6 points, one of 2 players, he and Brendan Harris, not to mention Craig Martin had 5 points as well last week. 17 points between those 3 guys in 4 games last week combined.
And yet still, you can say very balanced offense from Jacksonville too.
They spread it around, and they're getting scoring from a lot of guys, a lot of different areas.
Atlanta into the offensive zone. It's Vitelli, defended by Theocharidis. Behind the Icemen net is Vitelli. Theocharidis with him all the way. Vitelli all the way to the blue line now. Theocharidis is still on his hip as the Gladiators hold it in at the blue line. Noah Lowen around the wall, comes to the near side, back for Vitelli. Once again defended by Theocharidis. Vitelli with a centering feed goes by everybody to the blue line, over the blue line, and all the way out to neutral ice. Neil Robinson lost an edge as he heads to the bench. Not sure if that was a skate issue as the Gladiators feed into the zone. 14-11 to go in the first period. Scoreless hockey game. Brandon Yeamans chips and chases from center ice. He's going to be first to the puck. Excellent speed from Brandon Yeamans to be first on. It couldn't center, however, and the Gladiators with an outlet pass to Michael Pellick. He'll tap it behind the Jacksonville cage. Taking a double team is John DeRoche, but he did it beautifully to drop the puck there for Russell, and the Icemen take it through center. It's Nazarian chipping in. Malcolm Hayes around the wall. For Sylvester, looking for the steal is Nazarian. Atlanta pulls it away. Still 0-0 with 13:35 to go in the first. Jacksonville and Atlanta both with only 1 shot on goal thus far as the Icemen skate through the neutral zone. It is Jordan starting a 4-man rush. Good feed there for Lodermeyer. Back for Jordan. Sharp angle shot. Save is made. No rebound by Murdoch on this one as we head to break with 13:21 remaining in period number 1. It's Jacksonville nothing, Atlanta nothing. We'll be back with you in just a moment. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and on flowhockey.tv.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 35th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2023 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Kraft 1861, exclusive CBD partner; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; FanSaves, official digital couponing platform; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Miracle Fresh, official odor eliminator; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2023 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
With Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you in a scoreless hockey game. Jacksonville has already had to kill off a penalty. And now that they've killed that off well, and they did, time to see if they can get a couple of shifts going in the opposite direction. They have an offensive zone face-off, and they win it. Brown with a one-timer. It goes wide to the short side. Another sharp angle shot goes off the side of the net from Brendan Harris as Jacksonville pressures in the offensive zone. It is Craig Martin with Christopher Brown and and Brendan Harris as Brown takes it over the blue line for Harris. Back for Brown on his backhand, swings it in front, picked off there by Pellick. Good positional defense from the Gladiators as they work it to the red line and chop it in behind the net of Charles Williams. Brandon Fortunato is on the puck, dropping it into the corner. Atlanta with a good forecheck, but Fortunato will try the opposite side, and Gladiators are there as well. Lowen feeds it around the wall. Comes to the near side for Craig Martin for Jacksonville. Martin eludes a forechecker, tries to drop pass, stolen by Atlanta, walking in as Pellick can't get the shot away, but Atlanta's forecheck is creating a little havoc right now as the Icemen try to play it out. They've got it. It is Harris ahead for Martin, one-on-one against Billy Constantinu, and Martin beats him behind the net. Tries to keep the play moving along the boards, and he gets it free for Brendan Harris. Harris on his backhand, cuts into the slot. Taps it for Theocharidis at the near side wall. Theocharidis beats a man, cuts to the forehand side, gets a shot away. Pad save is made, rebound is loose, and another shot is blocked from Theocharidis. What an effort that was from Tim Theocharidis as he gets another shot away from distance. That goes wide. Harris into the slot. Brodzinski with a shot and the save is made. Rebound tapped free from the Gladiators, and they skate up the right wing side. Good pressure there from the Icemen, led by number 83, Brendan Harris.
Yeah, Harris with a couple looks there, and then Theocharidis kind of started that little bit of a flurry there of offense for Jacksonville because he did a great job, lowered his shoulder, walked right to the front of the net, was patient, could have shot it sooner, but waited to get the better angle. Just some great saves, though, made by Murdaka.
We have a hand pass called against the Gladiators with 11:32 to go. Jacksonville in their military appreciation uniforms. They have a different jersey for this weekend every single season, and they look great. Red, white, and blue, of course. Mostly blue with this one with red numbers. White and blue diagonal stripes going down the left waistline. They look fantastic, and we even got a chance to get a couple of ties for us, Raider. They look great, too.
Got the stars and stripe that kind of match the pattern on the side of the jersey, and, of course, it's got the Iceman logo on it. I mean, we're looking pretty good here. Yeah. True to our country here. So.
Absolutely. I mean, not easy for us to look good, and you know, these ties are certainly helping the cause.
Those faces for radio, but I will assure you, we're painting the picture. We look good.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do. Nothing. Jacksonville takes it into the offensive zone. Looking for a cutter is Lowen. He'll feed it to the blue line instead. Rister intentionally wide, comes off the end boards for Lodermeyer, and the Icemen continue their cycling. It is Lodermeyer all the way to the blue line, cuts to the left side, tapped away by Hayes. Well defended there by Hayes. Held in at the line, however, by Jacksonville. It goes off the glass and then into the crowd. Yeamans had the right idea to just try and chip it into the corner, but he did not get the proper bounce from the glass.
No, he did not, and then he took a little bit of a jolt there from Josh Thrower, and Yeamans, about half his body, was leaned over into the bench on the Atlanta side. I think he said hello to some people over there, but he's okay. It wasn't like this tremendous hit, but enough to knock him off balance and over. So a great job to kind of brace himself for that opportunity.
Draw will be to the right of Joe Murdaka. Luke Lynch on the faceoff for the Icemen, and he wins it cleanly. Comes back to the blue line, tapping it free. It is Jordan behind the net for Lynch. Reading it, though, is Reese Vitelli. Vitelli on his backhand, swings it to the near side for Tim Davison. Davison feeding it for Tyson Empey through the neutral zone for Vitelli. Vitelli gets away from one man, but not a second. That was well defended by Jacksonville, who bottles up the neutral zone. Still tied up right at the team benches, and the Icemen come away with that one as well as they play into the zone. Murdaka tapping it for Davison on the forecheck. Quickly on the puck there for the Icemen is Zach Jordan. It trickles free. It goes to Murdaka. He will cover up with 10:03 to go. The Icemen, several guys on the injured reserve list, Reader. We already addressed it with 8 men on injured reserve. 5 of them are defensemen. How on earth are they playing as well as they're playing right now?
It's just unbelievable. And again, you know, you always hear the coaches say next man up, and you know that's a lot of the time that's just coaches trying to remain positive, and usually you don't get the results. But the Icemen are getting results. The new guys have come in, and I think the key, Arlie, for some of these new guys, the Connor Russells, the Mackenzie Dwyers, DeRoche, these guys that have come in, Leonard. They just play a simple game, and they're not trying to do too much. They're just playing a simple hockey. And I think the other thing that supported them as well is the forwards are buying back defensively too. They're playing 200 feet hockey as well, 200-foot hockey. So I think all that's come into play, but I think the simplicity of their game, not trying to do anything, just do the basics, has gotten them through this stretch, and the Icemen are coming away with wins.
Jacksonville has the puck. In his own end is Leonard. Indirect feed for Harris. Tries to tap it for Brown. Carabia steps up and gets the steal. Atlanta plays it in deep. It's Theocharidis. Nearly lost it to Sylvester. Now he does lose it. Sylvester into the corner. Theocharidis now defending against him. 3-on-2 battle along the far side corner. Centering feed. It belongs to Lowen. His shot is deflected wide. Brown got a stick on the shooting lane there. And the Icemen come away with the puck. Skating with it is the defenseman, Leonard, leading the rush. He'll get to the blue line. He'll chip and chase after it himself as the forwards get a line change. And Leonard forces the turnover for Brodzinski. In front, and great save is made. Rebound, and another save as Leonard was bidding for his first goal of the year. Harris had the first chance, Leonard the second, and the Icemen very nearly took the opening goal of the game. 8:58 to go in period number 1. It's Jacksonville nothing, Atlanta nothing. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
The Community First Igloo is a newly renovated ice facility located just off the Emerson Road exit on I-95 in Jacksonville. The facility is the official practice facility of the Jacksonville Icemen and features 2 sheets of ice and offers something for everyone, including public skating, figure skating, as well as youth and adult hockey leagues. There is also Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. In addition, you can relax and cool off at the Icemen Restaurant and Bar, purchase gear and equipment at the Pro Shop, and for you gamers, there's a state-of-the-art esports gaming arena. For more information, visit communityfirstigloo.com or call 904-399-3223. So come feel the freeze to the Community First Igloo.
0-0 game. Jacksonville with a good push on that last shift. Sean Leonard leading the offense, the defensive-minded defenseman. Leonard has 2 assists in an Iceman uniform. This is just game number 9 for him as Jacksonville wins an offensive zone draw. They'll play it down low. Lodermeyer for Brodzinski. Centering pass deflects on net. Murdaka with a save. Rebound for Atlanta. Constantino plays out. First look for the Icemen at Billy Constantino, who's been around the league, but mostly in the North and Central divisions, but back in the South now as Brodzinski takes it up the right side. His shot is deflected out of play by Noah Lowen. And the Icemen, after a slow start, mostly because they were shorthanded, but they really seem to have turned the tide here in the last 3 to 4 minutes, now up to 7 shots on net.
Yeah, it seems like every rush, they're generating something. They're getting an opportunity. That time by Brodzinski, he was open, coming in, cutting towards the net. Would have had a shot on the short side there, but it got deflected out. But it's just the rush and the momentum right now, definitely in Jacksonville's favor here at this juncture in the game.
Nick Luco will send out the Luke Lynch line at center with Zach Jordan on the right. Ryan Lowen on the left. Atlanta wins this one. It's Zach Yoder behind his net for Sangun Sheen. Sheen gets to center. That is it. Icemen through center ice. Over the blue line is Jordan. He's onside. Gets a shot away. It's over the crossbar. Comes off the glass for Nazarian. Nazarian leaving it for Lynch behind the net. Jordan at the left faceoff circle. He'll drop it down low. Lynch is going to be first to the puck there. Defending against him is Malcolm Hayes. Stepping in is Mackenzie Dwyer to keep the play moving along the wall. Nazarian trying to kick it free, and he does. Nazarian, near side corner, spins away from Yoder. Tries to spin away from another, and does. Cuts towards goal, gets the forehand away. Great save by Murdaka. What an effort from Aaron Nazarian. Everything but the goal there. That was a thing of beauty and nothing but pure grit from number 22 in blue.
It's almost ridiculous sometimes what he's able to do. It's like his stick is a magic wand and the puck just stays on there. I mean, he works so hard. He's so shifty. He's just amazing along the boards. And he goes to the hard areas. He's always working hard. I mean, you look at the points and the goals that he's had during his career, especially in his time in Jacksonville. I mean, they're all earned. I mean, he has earned everything that he's gotten here. And that was just a great look there. Would have been awesome to see him finish that one off with a goal because he certainly was deserving of it there.
I think that would have been an ECHL Goal of the Week nominee for sure had he connected.
Yeah.
But to also give credit to Atlanta's goaltender, Joe Murdaka.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing well in the early going as the Icemen get a block and then a score from Atlanta. A backhander that caught Charles Williams off guard. And despite Jacksonville out shooting Atlanta 8-2, it's now the Gladiators who have the lead as Michael Mrazek gets the goal.
Yeah, that's the game of hockey, huh? I mean, you can totally be in control, 8-2, then one innocent-looking shot goes in, and then now you're down. It's just that simple, and that's the beauty of the game at times. A little backhand flip there, just kind of caught Charles Williams there under the glove and clipped in for the tally. So tough one there for the Icemen to take because they played so well. You would think that the way they were, playing, that they would get the first goal. But again, just as you were saying, you got to give credit to Murdaka. I mean, because you're right, the Icemen could very well have been up a couple goals here. If he doesn't make some of these saves, the Icemen have had some quality scoring chances.
Curious if that's going to be an unassisted goal for Mrazek, who was just a giveaway from the Icemen in their defensive end. Mrazek swept a backhander under the glove of Charles Williams. They will give a couple of assists there as the Gladiators play it into the Jacksonville end. Icing is called against Atlanta. 5th goal of the year for Michael Mrazek. Give one assist to Tyson Empey, the other to Reese Vitelli. And Jacksonville down by 1, despite outshooting the Gladiators 8-2. They've really dominated. As the Icemen win the faceoff. Wrister in a screen. Another pad save is made by Murdaka. Rebound kicked up high for Atlanta. It's Mrazek for Empey. Cross ice look for Vitelli. Eludes him. It goes behind the net. And the Icemen come away with the puck. Harris tries to step away from Mrazek. Feeds it up the left side. That's a good look for the Icemen and Derek Lodermeyer. He will flip into the zone. Lowen beats him to it by a stride around the boards. Gladiators up the wall, and they will skate out of the zone with Mrazek, who gets credit for that last goal on the backhander. A goal that I think Charles Williams would tell you he'd like to have back. It also ends a shutout string for him of roughly 130 straight minutes for the Icemen as Jacksonville takes into the zone. Brown with a shot, and I think that went off the mask of Murdaka, and it ends up out of play with 6:39 to go in the first.
Yeah, that was a quick release that time by Brown. Kind of coasted along there, waited to get a little bit closer, and I was a little surprised someone kind of stepped up and got in his path, led him to walk down the slot. Great shooting lane for Brown, got a good shot off. He's got a really good snap there, but that time it was either off that mask or a high off the shoulder there.
Icemen win another faceoff. Fortunato spins away from trouble. Wrister in a screen, another save made by Murdaka. That is now 11 shots on goal for the Icemen. 11-2. They are out shooting the Gladiators, but they trail.
Yeah, we've seen this before, though, Arlie. How many times have we seen, the Icemen limit teams to, under 10 shots, but then 2 or 3 goals have been scored in those 10 shots. So we've seen this before. This is just, something that the Icemen have gotten through. They've won games when this has happened. You're not allowed, many opportunities. So, they just happen to allow the first goal against something that they've seen plenty of times.
Atlanta wins this draw. They will clear it out. The Gladiators playing with 10 forwards and 7 defensemen tonight. They're actually dressing Josh Thrower as a forward, and let me tell you, that is not typically his game at all, as the Gladiators have it through center ice. It's Cody Sylvester. Looks for a trailer on the right side, finds it in Neely, centering feed, went right through the top of the crease. Nobody home for a deflection, but the Gladiators still with it. Davison tries a sharp angle shot. It goes off the side of the net. Pellick tracks it down all the way to the blue line for Davison at the right point. He'll feed it down low. Thea Chertis first to the puck. Looking for Brodzinski up the near side, or far side rather. Penalty coming, and it's going to be against Atlanta this time. 5:45 on the clock. It's a hooking call against Atlanta, and a power play coming for the Icemen when we come back as they look to draw even with Atlanta. But it is the Gladiators 1, the Icemen nothing, with 5:45 to go in the first. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
First power play upcoming for Jacksonville. 7th in the league, really tied for 6th with Atlanta, actually. They both come in at 22.9% on the power play. But as we addressed when the Gladiators had their first power play, neither team has performed well against the opposition. Jacksonville on the power play against Atlanta this year, 1 for 15. Atlanta, including their chance tonight, 1 for 14. We'll see if Jacksonville can break that spell and draw even here in the first period. It's Luke Lynch right up the seam for Harris. Poke checked away by Murdaka. And that play has really been working for the Icemen lately, but now it's Atlanta coming on a possible 2-on-1. Davison with a shot. Pad save made by Williams. And the Icemen back in transition. They may have numbers the other way. It is Fortunato right up the middle. Gets a shot blocked. Rebound also blocked as Martin had a great opportunity. It is Lynch to the right side for Fortunato. Still a minute 18 on the power play. Lowen for Fortunato. Right circle for Harris. Pulls the trigger. Blocker save made by Murdaka. Rebound for Martin. To the blue line, and it's Fortunato for Harris. Again at the right circle. Saucer pass for Fortunato. Fortunato with a wrister. Deflected wide. Nazarian, I think, got a piece of that one as the Gladiators get a backhander off the boards and out.
How big has Brandon Fortunato's return been? Big. You know, it's been one of those situations where last week, the Icemen had so much success, but you could see the immediate impact having Fortunato back in the lineup. He does so much, plays in all kinds of situations, just a great puck mover. Things already seem to be clicking when he's out there.
Icemen get the puck into the offensive zone again, trying to work it to the blue line. They have it. Theocharidis for Jordan, right circle. Wrist shot in front. Pad save is made. Rebound, forehand. Another save. Rebound. It's still loose. Where's it going to go? It ends up with Murdaka, who somehow is able to cover it up. Joe Murdaka is the story right now for Atlanta, as we've got bodies on the ice directly in front of the crease of Murdaka. Couple men go down, and things are starting to get active right now after the whistle.
Once again, Jacksonville knocking on the door here, putting one in, but Murdaka's been shutting it here at the moment. You're right, he's starting to become the storyline at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Jacksonville just got to keep pouring the pressure on right now. I mean, they're up to 14 shots on net. Atlanta's got 3. I know the Icemen still trailing here. I like the way the power play's looking here. They're creating some great chances. They're moving the puck around effectively. Right now, though, they just got to find a way to get one past Murdaka, and they're so close, Harley, on so many chances. Puck's just not quite cooperating at the moment, but a matter of time for Icemen can put one in.
22 seconds left on the power play for Jacksonville. Michael Pellick in the penalty box for the Gladiators. Christopher Brown at center. Derek Lodermeyer and Zach Jordan, his wingmates. And the Icemen win another draw. It is Brown to the blue line for Theocharidis. Wrister off the crossbar. Banked it right off the bar as the Icemen get it back at the blue line. Theocharidis for Martin. Down low it is Jordan. Gets the shot away. Now it is Martin. Can he get the shot away? No. He wants a penalty call as the Icemen get the puck back. 3 seconds to go on the power play. Brown at the right circle. To the blue line for Theocharidis. Left circle. Snapshot blocked out to center ice. Everything but the goal right now for Jacksonville. They are dominating this game, but they still find themselves trailing 1-0. Jacksonville now at 5-on-5 play as the Gladiators get a steal and clear out, and it's Sangoon Sheen defended by Theocharidis. Sheen gets a backhander away. That goes off the post to the blocker side of Williams. He had him beat to the short side, so each team catches iron in about the last 30 seconds as Jacksonville plays it in behind the Atlanta net. 3:11 to go in the first period. Atlanta on top 1-0 despite being outshot 14-4. Gladiators feed it into the offensive zone. Mrazek first to the puck. His shot is deflected up high, comes free for the Icemen. It is Nazarian trying to play it in deep, broken up, possible 2-on-1 for the Gladiators. Mrazek with a shot. Williams gets a piece of that one, comes free to the far side. Jacksonville tries to clear out. Board battle won by the Icemen. It is Nazarian from center ice. He'll softly flip it in. Malcolm Hayes first to the puck for the Gladiators. Nazarian, a clean steal. Centering feed. Martin tripped up on the play. Penalty coming. It's on the Gladiators, and another power play coming for the Icemen. So the forecheck sets up the opportunity, which in turn results in this penalty to Malcolm Hayes for Atlanta. And back-to-back power plays now for Jacksonville. Trying to tie things up. They've got momentum. They've got everything but the lead. 2:30 on the clock in period number 1. After a great first power play, they were unable to convert on, but very effective. We'll see if they can have better results this time. Nick Luco will send out Luke Lynch with Aaron Nazarian and Brendan Harris up front. At the blue line, it's Craig Martin as a fourth forward along with Brandon Fortunato. Michael Pellick, the newly crowned ECHL's all-time leading games played player, just broke that record a couple of weeks ago. Jacksonville with Harris playing it down low. Murdaka blocks it there. Feeds it for Lowen. Off glass and out. Pellick will give chase. Williams needs that puck to go into the trapezoid before he can play it, and he just beats Pellick to the puck. Icemen with it in their own zone. It is Fortunato for Lynch over the blue line. Gets away from one man into the slot, gets some room, gets a shot away. It's deflected into the corner, though. Pellick on his forehand tries to clear out. Jacksonville stands him up and holds the zone. Fortunato walks the line to the left for Martin. Into the bumper, it is Lynch. To the outside, Harris at the near side half wall. Feeding it for Nazarian. Harris gets it back. Flattens the puck for Fortunato. Wrist shot right into the glove of Joe Murdaka. No screen in front. And it's going to be a face-off in the Atlanta zone. Icemen now out shooting Atlanta 15-5. And wholesale changes for both clubs here, as the Icemen send out Derek Lodermeyer with Easton Brodzinski and Zach Jordan. And the Icemen win another draw at the blue line. It is Brown, top of the right circle. Feeds it for Theocharidis. Left circle now into the bumper. It goes off a skate and comes out to center ice. Brown will get it back at center. Still 53 seconds to go on this power play for the Icemen. Theocharidis for Lodermeyer. Tries to go wide on Neely. He beats him there. Feeds it to the opposite corner for Brodzinski. Brodzinski to the blue line, held in well. Brown at the right circle. Overskated the puck briefly, gets it right back. Brown still at the top of the circle. Gets a shot away. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Where's it going to go? The Icemen come away with the puck. Trying to clear out is Atlanta. It comes free to Neely at the blue line and just over the line. The Icemen have to try and reset and clear the zone. They are back in. They are onside. It is Jordan with a pass into the bumper. Jordan gets it back on their give and go. All the way to the line for Theocharidis. 12 seconds left on the power play. Wrist shot saved by Murdaka. Rebound for Brodzinski. To the blue line for Brown. Brown fakes the shot. He'll feed it for Theocharidis. Team's back at full strength as Murdaka makes another save. And then another save on the rebound from Brown. As Jacksonville continues to pepper the net and Atlanta clears out of the zone. This will be icing against the Gladiators. Clock stops with 20.6 seconds to go. Jacksonville out shooting Atlanta 18-5, but no goals scored. It's Atlanta with the lead instead. I don't know what you can say if you're Nick Luco, aside from just keep doing the same thing, guys. It's a 60-minute hockey game. So the draw will come back into the Gladiator zone, right side of Joe Murdaka. Lynch on the faceoff, wins it to himself, tries to get it to the blue line, but Atlanta is there to read it and clear it. Malcolm Hayes taps it behind the Jacksonville net, just 10 seconds to go in the period. Jacksonville maybe one rush up top, 5 seconds to go. Flying into the zone is Nazarian, tries to get a backhander off. It goes off the side of the net and time will expire. So all Jacksonville, everything but the result. It's Atlanta 1, Jacksonville nothing. The Icemen out shooting Atlanta 18-5 in that first period. All Jacksonville with one exception. A backhander on goal from Michael Mrazek that beats Charles Williams. Got him over the pad and under the glove for his 5th goal of the year. Set up by Tyson Empey and Reese Vitelli at 12:19 of period number 1. The Gladiators have to be absolutely thrilled that they have the lead after one period of play. And you know that Atlanta's going to give a better effort in the second period as well. So for the Icemen, what they've got to do is figure out how to play exactly the same way in the second period as they did in the first. If they do that, then I think they're going to be in good shape. Still 40 minutes left of hockey to go. The pressure has been all Jacksonville, but the lead belongs to Atlanta right now. 1-0 Gladiators after one period of play. We're going to keep it right here for a couple moments before we bring you down to ice level, where Joe Massa is going to introduce Alex Reed. Coming up in the first intermission, we are going to have your ECHL Plays of the Week as well. Brought to you by Jake Richard of the Florida Everblades. And let's bring you down to ice level with Alex Reed.
Intermission report brought to you by All Pro Heating and Air.
All right, fans, I'm here with Iceman defenseman Brandon Fortunato. Brandon, I know you guys are trailing 1-0, but you guys got to be feeling like you really controlled the momentum and pace of that period.
Yeah, we just got to stick with the game plan, and it was a good 20 even though we're down 1, and we're just going to stay positive in the room.
How about you? You were out for a little bit. Now you're back in here getting the swing of things. You just want to see how you're adjusting to get back into a normal rotation of hockey.
Yeah, it feels good to be back, and great weekend last weekend. We're just looking to keep the momentum going.
All right, best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, Reader.
All right, that was Iceman defenseman Brandon Fortunato here for your first intermission report.
Thank you both very much. Jacksonville trails 1-0 despite a dominant first period, but Atlanta gets the only goal. Michael Mrazek, his fifth at 12:19 of period number 1. We'll have your ECHL Plays of the Week in just a moment. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
When Smart Tools give you control, you own it. When you're confident in your decisions, you own it. When you're sure someone's got your back, you own it. At Community First Credit Union, you can own it all. With free digital banking, fewer fees, and a team that's ready to help, you're in control of your money so you can live your life your way. Go ahead and own it. Add an account today at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Newman, rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Bank how and when you want to with Community First. Get free checking with rewards and free digital tools that make managing your money simple and life simply better. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
Fans, when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit JacksonvilleIcemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit JacksonvilleIcemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today.
We're less than 2 months away from the 2023 ECHL Kelly Cup playoffs, and with the tight races all around the ECHL, it is going to be quite the fight to the finish this year. Hello, hockey fans. Jake Maurice, remote broadcaster for the Florida Everblades, with you, hosting this week's edition of Plays of the Week, and we have got some excellent calls for you from around the ECHL, bringing you the best of last week's action. We begin in the North Division, where the Adirondack Thunder defeated the Maine Mariners 5-4 in overtime Wednesday, with forward Patrick Grasso picking up the OT winner.
Having some problems was Pesky as Grasso on him. Grasso, great job in the offensive zone by Patrick Grasso as he tries to get back. Intercepted. Shane Harper. Here comes Harper to Grasso.
That goal was part of a great week for Patrick Grasso. He picked up 4 goals and 3 assists last week, and his team picked up 5 points in the standings in the same time frame. That was Rob Lapolis on the Thunder Radio Network. The Maine Mariners have been blessed with great goaltending all season long, and Michael DiPietro had his highlight of the season on Friday night against the Trois-Rivières Lions. The Boston Bruins prospect carried a shutout into the final minute of play when a Lions shoot-in took a weird hop off a stanchion and right to the front of a vacated net. It looked like a devastating way to lose a shutout, but DiPietro was determined to not let anything by him that night.
He will stash it back in deep. Good work by him as we come up on 1 minute to play in the third period. Stephenson gets a piece of it. Susie chops it back in. Took a bad bounce, and DiPietro, unbelievable! He comes out of nowhere to take it away from Barron. Are you kidding me? 40 seconds to go. Tebow all the way back. This crowd drawn to their feet. It looked like a sure goal.
DiPietro stopped 33 shots in all to earn his second pro shutout as the Mariners blanked the Lions 5-zip. That viral save was called by Michael Keeley on the Mariners broadcast network. In the Central Division, the Cincinnati Cyclones are keeping pace in what's turning out to be a top-heavy Central Division playoff picture. With points in 9 of their last 10 games, Cincinnati visited Fort Wayne Saturday night with the hopes of avenging a shootout loss to the Comets the night prior. In the third, the Comets began their rally cry, but former Comet and Cincy captain Justin Vive was able to silence them.
We are now all of a sudden in a 2-goal hockey game with pretty much a whole period left. And Druziak, as we say that, gets it to Vive for a shot, and he scores! And the Cyclones get it right back. The Comets can't keep them off the board. It is 6-3, and the captain's got 23 on the year.
Justin Vive's 23rd goal of the season would serve as the game winner in what was a wild affair, ending in a 7-5 Cyclones win, now making it points in 10 of 11 games for Cincinnati, who sit in a tie for first place with the Toledo Walleye entering this new week. That was Andrew Mossbrooks with the call on the Cyclones broadcast network. In Iowa, the Heartlanders got 5 of 6 points against the Wheeling Nailers last weekend at Extreme Arena. With penalty minutes racking up on both sides, Iowa found a way to find late put-away goals to secure a couple wins, including this one from forward Tyler Bush.
It's past a jump, leading Bush, breakaway, backhand, and he scores! Tyler Bush! Slip and slide like a waterfall through the 5-hole for Tyler Bush. 3-1 Landers, 4 minutes to go.
That was nifty from Tyler Bush. And a great pass through the neutral zone as well, just finding him in space.
Bush has been a nice story for Iowa in his second ECHL season. He's in his team's top 5 in points and is 1 goal away from hitting double digits for the first time in his career. That was David Fine and Chris Peters with the call on the Heartlanders broadcast network. It wasn't a perfect weekend at home for the Heartlanders as the Wheeling Nailers had things going their way for most of Sunday's game. However, a late push by the Heartlanders forced the contest into overtime. In the extra frame, Bobby Hampton made sure that the Nailers left with both points in hand as he scored the game-winning goal with less than a minute remaining in OT.
Feeds over to DeRousseau. He works in towards the left side circle. Risks a pass to the middle of the ice. Bounces down, and they score! It's time to party, Bubba! Bobby Hampton, the overtime winner! And the Nailers get it done in Iowa as they win it 5-4.
Hampton's OT winner snapped a 2-game skid for the Nailers. That was DJ Abasala on the Nailers broadcast network. We now head to the South Division with the Orlando Solar Bears. After surrendering 2 third-period leads with under 10 minutes remaining, the Solar Bears held off the Utah Grizzlies to hand them their first and only loss of their South Division road swing. Rookie Bennett MacArthur delivered the game-winning goal for the Solar Bears to propel them into 5th place in the South.
Gives to Brodzinski. Brodzinski, guy stays on. Foga gets off. Brodzinski centered. It's MacArthur off the bench. He scores! Bennett MacArthur and the Solar Bears survive a scare here tonight. They knock off Utah 6-5.
With that victory, the Solar Bears now sit 4 points back of 4th place Greenville, with the Swamp Rabbits set to go to Amway Center for a pair of games this weekend. That was Joey Bottano on the Orlando Solar Bears Hockey Network. When the defending Kelly Cup champion Florida Everblades entered their first ever game in Allen against the Americans Wednesday night, Cody McDonald had no goals on the season. After the game, he had 3, picking up a hat-trick kick-started by his late first period goal to give the Everblades a multi-goal lead.
Pass makes its way up to the blue line, held there, shot by Crossley, stop, rebound try, push wide, now behind the net, pass for Darcy, gets away and they score. It bounced right out to Cody McDonald, and he's got his first goal of the season, throws that monkey well off his back. With 2:04 left to go in the first period, Florida's got their 2-goal lead back.
McDonald was one of 7 Everblades players with multiple points in the 8-5 win Florida picked up last Wednesday over the Americans. That was myself, Jake Maurice, on the call on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades Broadcast Network. After that 8-5 Everblades win, the Allen Americans were looking to even up the series on Friday night. Looking to their big stars, it was Jack Combs pitching in a pair of goals to lead the way for the Americans.
Here comes Finley, over the line, left wing, Combs, got it back, Finley with some room with a shot, rebound, they score! It's the second of the night for Jumbo Jack Combs, who moves back into the lead in scoring in the goal-scoring category. And Allen with their biggest lead of the game.
Allen ended up winning that game 5-2, and they would take the rubber match the next night 4-3 over the Everblades, winning the series 2-1. Jack Combs finished off the weekend atop the ECHL goal-scoring ladder with 28 tallies on the season, one ahead of his teammates Colton Hargrove and Hank Crone. That was Tommy Daniels on the call on CW33. In Wichita, the Thunder were down twice by 2 goals in the third period, but were able to tie up the contest late and force overtime. In the extra frame, Mikkel Stenell ended the game just 36 seconds into the extra frame and helped Wichita snap a 4-game winless skid.
Slow play here by A.J. White as he's challenged there by McDonald, and now he'll retreat in the neutral zone. Here's a steal by Stenell. He's on a breakaway near circle, puts it through the 5-hole of Poirier, and scores! Are you kidding me? The Thunder were down twice by 2, tie the game late, and Mikkel Stenell with the overtime winner.
Stenell leads the Thunder now with 59 points on the season. That was Jason Miles on the call on the Thunder Radio Network. We finished things off at the top of the ECHL with the league-leading Idaho Steelheads. 2 nights removed from falling in overtime to Wichita, the Steelheads found themselves back in OT, this time against the Kansas City Mavericks. In his 100th ECHL game, Zane Franklin called game a minute 58 into the extra session.
Behind the net, Kawaguchi high slot, Franklin, he scores! Overtime winner, Zane Franklin in his 100th professional game, and the Steelheads take it 3-2, a minute and 58 seconds into the overtime session.
The Idaho Steelheads now sit 8 points clear of the Newfoundland Growlers for first place in the ECHL. That was Cam McGuire with the call on Sports Radio 95.3 FM and 1350 AM The Ticket. That's all we have for this week's edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week. I'm Jake Maurice from the Florida Everblades signing off, and we'll see you again next week with even more of the best from around the ECHL.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 35th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticKnit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2023 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Kraft 1861, exclusive CBD partner; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; FanSaves, official digital couponing platform; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Miracle Fresh, official odor eliminator; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2023 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Bang the boards. You own it. Face off. You own it. Join the team. You own it. Own it at Community First Credit Union. When you bank at Community First, you're not just a customer, you're an owner. And since we're a proud partner of the Jacksonville Icemen, you'll be part of this team too. It's just one of the ways we give back to the community and put our neighbors like you first, so you can live your best life your way. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Get into the game at Best Bet. Come experience the best in card games, hospitality, and fun at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. You don't have to be a poker pro to have an exciting time. Featuring card games of all limits and easy-to-learn games like Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-Card Poker, and Pai Gow. Wager on exciting simulcast races and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Our card rooms are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. and 24 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Details at bestbetjacks.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Bang the boards. You own it. Own it at Community First, your Jacksonville Icemen's credit union partner. Bank with us and join the team that puts our community and neighbors like you first. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
We are between periods 1 and 2 in downtown Jacksonville. Arlie Johnson with you, joined by Alex Reed. Jacksonville, despite a 18-shot output in the first period of play and only allowing 5, yet they trail 1-0 after one period of play. Michael Mrazek, the only goal for Atlanta. The story of this one, without question, has been number 36 in white, Joe Murdaka. He saved all 18 shots that came his way, several of them of the 5-star variety, and he single-handedly is the reason that Atlanta is in the lead right now. Quickly to the ECHL scoreboard. We'll just keep it with the South Division teams. Every team in the league is playing tonight. 14 total games, 28 teams. So everybody's in action. Several interdivisional matchups tonight. The only other game that is South versus South tonight is in Orlando. The Solar Bears hosting the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, and it is Orlando on top, 1-0. That is early in the second period. That does help out the Icemen a little bit there. All the other South Division teams that are playing are out of division games. The South Carolina Stingrays hosting the Worcester Railers. That is tomorrow's opponent for the Icemen, by the way, is Worcester. They'll come from Charleston over this way. after the game tonight. They are scoreless. That is early in the second period of play. Also, the Savannah Ghost Pirates have a 1-0 lead at home against the Fort Wayne Comets after one period of play. And they're still in the first period, but the Florida Everblades have the lead 2-0 over the Kansas City Mavericks. And it looks like Jacksonville is going to need to try and find a way to come from behind in this one if they are to stay 3 points ahead in the South Division standings for first place. You know that the Everblades are not going to go anywhere. And by the way, for those who don't follow the ECHL every single day, but know some of the players over the years, Florida with a big signing this week as they re-signed their captain, John McCarron, and he'll be back in the lineup in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Pretty good player. It's a great get for Florida, but I don't think anyone's really surprised by it. You know, when you announce that you're putting your career on pause and not necessarily retiring, I think people had a feeling that about this time of year you'd be seeing that transaction, and it happened, and it's going to be a big boost for the Everblades, without question.
Icemen have the puck in the offensive zone. Second period is underway. Nazarian closes, fires, save is made, no rebound, as Atlanta gave him all kinds of space, and he finally let a snapshot go from the right face-off dot. And Reader, you were all over that transaction, by the way, long before it even happened. I know you know people, so maybe it was just sort of an inside scoop, but you know, you were talking about, well, we saw that Florida made a couple of trades and didn't really get much in return. They just, they dealt 3 of their players away over the course of the last week and didn't get much else in return. And you were like, I smell what's going on here.
Yeah, I saw a veteran get traded and Mike and Lappin, and then I just saw a couple other guys going. And I figured, man, it looks like they're trying to free up some salary cap space. And I had a feeling that they were going to pull the trigger on the McCarron signing, and that's exactly what happened. So it was something I just kind of putting the pieces together, and it just happened to work out. But again, I think we all kind of figured he was going to come back at some point.
And now is the time. Although he's not in uniform yet, they immediately placed him on injured reserve just to try and get into game shape. Let's focus on this one now as Atlanta gets a shot away. Great stop by Williams. That's his best of the night by far, but right back into the slot. And Sylvester blasts one wide. A slap shot from just 25 feet out. Jacksonville gets a stick on a pass into the slot as Atlanta had a couple of bids to go up by a pair. Gladiators throw it right through the crease. Nobody home. It comes off the boards and back out into their own zone. That's really the best offensive pressure that the Gladiators have had this whole game. They do have the one goal, but that was just sort of a swipe on a backhander. Not much zone time in that as it slides right through the blue paint of Williams. Jacksonville taps it ahead. They have a 2-on-1. Lodermeyer now 3-on-1. Harris the trailer. Harris to the right side. Slap shot. And it goes wide of the net. I'm not sure if Martin ever put that puck on goal. The Icemen do keep the puck in the offensive end, however. It's Martin on his backhand, right wing circle. Stops at the corner. Feeds it to Harris at the half wall. Cuts into the middle. Feeds it down for Martin. Can't get the shot away. Tried to work it to the forehand side, and Atlanta clears out of the zone. And I don't know if Jacksonville was able to do anything with that 3-on-1 as Martin put it wide of the net. Icemen right back into the offensive zone, though. It is Lodermeyer behind the Gladiator cage. Comes around the wall. Sheen tries to clear out. Jacksonville gets a body on it. Atlanta looks to clear. They can't do it yet. Second attempt, they do work it free. And it's Sylvester into the offensive zone. He'll just toss it into the corner, left side of Charles Williams. 1-0 Gladiators. 17:40 to go in the second period. Each team has had a couple of chances in this second frame in the early going. Play is bottled up in the near side corner. Puck is still frozen there. Icemen finally come away with it. Harris sends it free for Lodermeyer. He's all by himself. He'll clear the zone. That is it. Atlanta right back in. No icing here in a foot race for the puck. Russell lets it go for DeRoche behind the Gladiator net. Atlanta gets a steal. They had a man in front, but Forneris couldn't get the centering pass to him.
Yeah, he was there. That was a good look there at the last second.
Yoder with a wrist shot from distance. Gloved by Williams. Routine stop for him. And the faceoff will come to his left side. Jacksonville with 19 shots on goal now. Again, 18-5 was the shot difference in the first 20 minutes of play.
Well, it is. It's hockey. It's just we talked about it. It can be a funny game. It's interesting, you can outplay a team, you can outchance them, outshoot them, but a goaltender can get hot, which is what happened here. Murdaka's playing very, very well. Stopped all 19 shots faced, and he's kept the Icemen off the board.
Stick up high to Mackenzie Dwyer. Penalty coming against Atlanta. Just a matter of whether it's 2 minutes or 4 minutes, as that was right at his visor, right underneath his eye. And first things first, let's hope Mackenzie Dwyer is okay. Now we'll see if it's going to be a 2-minute penalty or a 4-minute penalty to Josh Thrower. 2-minute penalty. Dwyer, for his part, up on his feet and under his own power, he skates back to the bench. And I think Josh Thrower is fortunate that he didn't draw blood, and it's only a 2-minute power play for the Icemen.
Yeah, he is fortunate there. That one really got underneath the lid there for the moment, right off the draw, so it was kind of a quick thing, but another chance on the power play here for the Icemen. I did get you a chance to see Josh Thrower's brother, Dalton, the former Iceman.
Oh, you did?
Saw him in the hallway there. He's been dealing with some injuries, and he should be back by the end of the year. I'm glad to see that. But he's just trying to get through it right now, as the Icemen know about injuries right now themselves.
You're not kidding. Thea Charitis at the top of the umbrella for the Icemen. Jacksonville's third power play of the evening. Slapper from Brodzinski goes wide to the short side. Icemen get it right back. Brodzinski for Thea Charitis. Cross ice for Brown. Thea Charitis again. Wrist shot in the screen, blocked in front. Sylvester gets a stick on it and clears the zone. Jacksonville 0 for 2 on the power play, but both power plays were effective. And we'll see if they can get some results out of this one. And in the process, even up the score at 1. Thea Charitis gains the line, clean entry into the zone. It is Brown for Thea Charitis. Left circle for Brodzinski. Brodzinski surveys his territory. Works it cross ice for Brown. Top of the line for Thea Charitis. Wrist shot. Deflected out of play. It goes off the netting. Murdaka might have gotten that one with his blocker. And Jacksonville's going to go to their second power play unit with 1:07 on the clock.
They did a good job working the puck around here. Just not a ton of dangerous scoring chances, but a couple of shots. That last one fought off by Murdaka. As I think he shouldered that one. Now we'll see what the next unit can do here. And this is another good unit here that has been doing pretty well here lately as far as production is concerned.
As far as the forwards are concerned, you could really throw out 3 lines for Jacksonville and you'd just be fine. Power play A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Atlanta clears the zone. Jacksonville tries to bring it back in. Atlanta plays it off the glass. Nazarian got a body on it and held it in about 15 feet inside the blue line. It's tied up along the kick plate. Jacksonville pries it loose, comes to the opposite wing, and the Icemen take over. It is Harris spinning it around for Lynch, near side boards. Fortunato, left to right pass for Harris. Closes, fires, it goes wide to the short side. Martin gets it back for Fortunato into the high slot. Drops it for Lynch to the blue line. It is Martin. Takes the shot in front, deflected, and a save is made by Murdaka as Nazarian got a piece of it along the way. 22 seconds to go on this power play for the Icemen as they continue to pressure the Atlanta net with no results to show for it.
It's unbelievable. Now the Icemen up to 20 shots on net. It just seems on their power play, they're working the puck around, they're moving it effectively, finding the open man. It's creating lanes and shots, but you just you're like holding your breath and you're waiting for something to happen. I know this great crowd on hand is ready to explode and cheer on a goal, but right now Murdaka and the Gladiators have other ideas.
Icemen win another face-off. Still a little time left on this power play. Brodzinski, seam pass, snapshot from Lodermeyer. Didn't miss by much. Comes back to the blue line for Thea Charitis. Wrist shot in another screen. That one goes wide. He was trying to get a stick from Zach Jordan. Brown, right wing circle. Plays it down low for Jordan. Centering feed, picked off by Atlanta and cleared out of the zone. That will do it. 3 good power plays for Jacksonville, but no goals as we skate 5-on-5 again. It is Tim Theocharitis behind his own net for the Icemen. Jacksonville still down 1-0. Brown flying through center ice to the left for DeRoche. Gets a step on one man. Offside will be called, however, as Brown was in ahead of the pack. Just a little too fast for Brownie.
Yeah, he was. That was a jolt into the zone that time, and I even think DeRoche, he kind of reacted late to that puck being tossed to him. I think he thought we're offside, right? And then he turned it into another gear, like, oh man, we're letting this go. But then they did blow the whistle in late here. So I think DeRoche was a little confused there in that situation, thinking that it was an offside play, which it was. But Brown with a good burst as he was eager to get into the zone here offensively.
2 linesmen, by the way, tonight. Cole Rui with Brandon Grillo, a guy we haven't seen too much. Another official we have not seen. Your referee tonight, Tattoo Kunto. Love the name. As Atlanta skates into the offensive zone, Williams with an easy glove save. Russell takes the body on Turner. Then DeRoche steps in. Turner wants a piece of DeRoche. Sticks her up high. Crowd is getting involved too.
And Charles Williams clearing out of there. I'm going to take a seat and watch from over here on this side of the crease.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be any part of this. And again, a spectacular crowd on hand here. The Icemen, third in the league in attendance, 7,240, their average attendance, still with a dozen home games to go. It's going to be better than that tonight. It's going to be better tomorrow night than tonight. In fact, I think tomorrow is going to be a season record for crowd tonight by the way people are talking right now.
Yeah, they're opening up the upper bowl tomorrow, so they're expecting an overflow, which means a lot of the lower bowl seats are pretty much all gone, but there are still plenty of seats available in the upper bowl, so get on them right now. Should be a lot of fun, and it'll be a great atmosphere. There's no question about it. And you get to see a new team, that we don't see very often. The Worcester Railers, they'll be in town here tomorrow night.
Yeah, it'll be just the second time they would ever play here in Jacksonville. It's been a few years since they were last here, as the Gladiators have the puck behind their own net. It's Davison off the wall. Nazarian got a piece of it with a high stick. Comes free for Atlanta, though. Vitelli over the blue line, tries to center. Dwyer got a stick on it. Vitelli gets it right back on the redirect. Vitelli, sharp angle, centering feed. Goes to the opposite wing. Constantino on it there. Seam pass for Vitelli. Slaps it into the corner. Harris got a body on it. He'll start the rush for Nazarian out to center ice. Nazarian couldn't play it in deep. Atlanta feeds it right back ahead. Reese Vitelli picks up Mrazek and a trailer in Constantino. Constantino to the backhand side, poked away by Jacksonville. Here come the Icemen. Harris tries to beat a man to the inside, couldn't do it. It's going to be offside, and we will take a break with 13:26 to go in the second period. Jacksonville still down 1-0 to the Atlanta Gladiators. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 35th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Barron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2023 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Kraft 1861, exclusive CBD partner; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; FanSaves, official digital couponing platform; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Miracle Fresh, official odor eliminator; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2023 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
With Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you as Jacksonville takes it into the offensive zone. Lowen takes the body on Theocharidis at the blue line. The Icemen hold it in. Walking in is Harris to the forehand. Oh, what a save by Murdaka. Just got it with the right leg. Great move, better save as Atlanta ices the puck. And what is it going to take tonight for Jacksonville to get on the scoreboard?
It's unbelievable here, the opportunities the Icemen are getting. And again, hats off to Murdaka up to this point of the game. Brendan Harris, again, just a threat. I mean, he has just been on a tear here, really developing into just a big-time contributor. And you look at the Icemen again, he's coming off a 6-point week last week. He was nominated for ECHL Player of the Week, didn't win it, but certainly a good effort there. And Harris finding a way to get in front, but just couldn't get it past Murdaka, who's on point so far.
Harris up to 45 points on the season now in only 48 games. Leading scorer for the Icemen continues to be Christopher Brown with 47 points. Jacksonville right back in with Harris again, centering pass for Lodermeyer. Couldn't redirect it on goal, but the Icemen are pressuring again. Lodermeyer in the high slot on his backhand. Centering feed, it comes to Theocharidis to the backhand, and he put it wide. Another centering pass, and the Gladiators are on that one, and they clear it out. Again, it is all Jacksonville right now as the Gladiators take it into the offensive zone, but offside will be called against Atlanta. And the Icemen are starting to find some more seams behind the Atlanta defense. They are vulnerable on defense. Right now, it's really not so much that they're playing a great defensive game.
No.
It really comes down to just number 36, Joe Murdaka.
That's it. I mean, the Icemen are exploiting the defense right now. They're getting through and they're finding some opportunities. But again, it's just been Murdaka. He's been bailing out his club here, and they've got a goal. They went out and got a goal for him, and right now he's gonna work with that lead. And he seems as if the longer this game goes, the stronger he's going to get. We're still not at the halfway point. There's tons of time. I think if the Icemen continue to do what they're going to do, they're going to continue to put enough pressure that it's going to be a little bit tough to handle.
Icemen have the puck at center. Easton Brodzinski will forehand in. Murdaka leaving the puck for Malcolm Hayes. Around the wall, it comes to the blue line, held in by the Icemen. John DeRoche steps in, plays it back up high for Brown. Brown with a wrist shot. That's deflected behind the net. Comes off the boards for Yoder, looks to clear. Blocked by Jacksonville and held in the zone. Brodzinski looking to go for Robinson. Back to the line, deflected out of the zone by the Gladiators. Here they come. There's this for Norris over the blue line for Sangun Sheen. Sheen tried to draw a penalty behind the play, and Tatu Kunto read it and did not call a penalty, rightfully so. In fact, he told him to just go play. Sheen with a rudder wrister. That is blocked into the corner. As Jacksonville slams it off the wall and out. Hustling for the puck is Jordan, waving off the icing. Wow. What hustle there from Zach Jordan. As an Atlanta player runs into the linesman in Cole Rui, and the Icemen are going to be called for a hand pass at center ice. Fortunato holding the back of his head. I think he might have gotten a stick to the back of the head in the process, too.
I think he took a shot to the head there. It wasn't anything that was vicious or whatever, but there was definitely some contact, a little jab there on his head. And you don't ever want to see that as he was knocked down. Atlanta player didn't quite get a read on who that was, but that's why there's a little bit of a conversation between the two sides right now that's in a very unfriendly nature.
The Icemen, now that they are without Travis Howe for at least the foreseeable future, the rough stuff is not necessarily their game right now, but you know what? You're in the final 2 months of the season. Not a whole lot of physical play, at least in terms of fights, around the league these days. Certainly not in the South Division because the points are just too important.
Unless you play for Wheeling or Iowa. Those two teams were getting into it pretty good last week. But you're right. It hasn't really been that way in the South much, except for maybe Orlando playing Utah. That wasn't even a divisional battle. So kind of one of those odd instances. But you're right. It doesn't seem like it's a major play right now.
Davison gets a chance for Atlanta, but he whistles his forehand wide. Jacksonville with the loose puck. Indirect feed. Lynch for Jordan out of his reach. It's going to be icing. It was worth the effort as he could have sent him up the left wing side.
And Jordan's a guy that if that puck gets to him, and even though he might have to slow down to get it, he's a guy for his size, has pretty good acceleration, and has won a lot of one-on-one battles with defensemen. Once he gets that step on you, he can lower it. With his size, he's going to get in front of you and create a chance. We've seen it many, many times already this year from him. So, yeah, definitely worth the shot to launch it to him and let him do his thing.
Yeah, I think if there's one guy in the Icemen that you would want rushing down either wing in a one-on-one battle, I would take Zach Jordan because he knows how to use his size and his speed to his advantage.
And he's very good in those one-on-one situations with goaltenders, too.
And here he comes again, right wing side, shot on net, saved by Murdaka. That was a set play defensively from Jacksonville as they just whistled it up the right wing boards on a defensive zone face-off win.
It's almost as if we set that up ourselves.
Right.
Just rolled the red carpet out for Jordan in that situation. But again, he broke down the wing, had a step, didn't have enough to really break towards the net closer, so he had to let the shot fly. But again, a good set play and almost good execution there by the Icemen. Well, at least they got the shot off. But the only thing that didn't make it perfect was the fact that it didn't go in.
Jacksonville now out shooting the Gladiators 23-8. Icemen get the puck behind the Atlanta net. It is Martin. Skates to the near side boards, leaving it to the blue line for DeRoche. Feeding it around the wall. Harris behind the net. Stick handles to the left wing circle. Tries to cut into the slot. He's got it on his backhand. Another save by Murdaka. No rebound as Harris once again finds a way to get a shot off between the hash marks.
I mean, it was just all speed. I mean, he just blew by everybody and was able to put himself in position there. He was not challenged at all in that situation. And he circled behind the net, came all the way down the wing. Still nobody touched him. Then he cut inside. Still nobody there. And he skated to that. He basically produced that opportunity for himself and threw the backhand on goal.
Derek Lodermeyer on the draw to the right side of Joe Murdaka. Atlanta wins it. Hayes off glass. Comes to the line, bounces ahead. Atlanta hustling for the puck. Theocharidis takes the body. We've got a whistle. Offside will be called against Atlanta. Sylvester actually put himself offside on that play, as he did not have possession of the puck as he skated over the line. 10:07 to go in the second period. It is Atlanta 1, Jacksonville nothing. Despite the Icemen tripling the shot output of Atlanta at 24-8, they find themselves down by 1. As the Icemen win the draw. It is Leonard for Theocharidis. Right side for Brodzinski at center. He'll drop it back into his own zone to maintain possession. Leonard works it up the left side for Brown. He'll deflect it off the glass and out of play. And we're going to take a break. 9:54 to go in period number 2. It remains Jacksonville trailing by a goal. 1-0 Gladiators. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
The Community First Igloo is a newly renovated ice facility located just off the Emerson Road exit on I-95 in Jacksonville. The facility is the official practice facility of the Jacksonville Icemen and features 2 sheets of ice and offers something for everyone, including public skating, figure skating, as well as youth and adult hockey leagues. There is also Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. In addition, you can relax and cool off at the Icemen Restaurant and Bar, purchase gear and equipment at the Pro Shop, and for you gamers, there's a state-of-the-art esports gaming arena. For more information, visit communityfirstigloo.com or call 904-399-3223. So come feel the freeze to the Community First Igloo.
One 0 Atlanta. Just seconds past the midway point of this hockey game. Jacksonville, you could say frustrated by Joe Murdoch. I wouldn't necessarily classify it that way. I think they're just playing a great hockey game that they have not been able to get any results from just yet. Frustration maybe might come in the final 10 minutes or so of the third period if it came down to it, but still a lot of hockey left as Jacksonville just continues to play good hockey despite being down by a goal. Here come the Icemen through center. Lowen chips and chases. Up against Hayes behind the Atlanta net. Lowen first to the puck. Tapped into the corner, and Atlanta swings it around the wall and out. This is going to be icing against the Gladiators, so that pressure from Ryan Lowen forces the icing, and an offensive zone draw now for Jacksonville as they try to equal the score against the Gladiators. It is a dangerous part of this game, though, where you really don't want to fall behind by more than 1. You feel like you're knocking on the door. You feel like you're going to get the next one. But in the first period, the Icemen felt like they were going to get the first goal of the game, and that didn't happen. So now they've just got to continue to pressure shift after shift as the Gladiators win this draw, and Eric Neely skates up the right side. Neely wrists it in cross corner. Fortunato swings it around for Lynch, tries to redirect it. Sylvester breaks it up. Icemen get it back, off a board. Bouncing puck belongs to Jacksonville. It is Theocharidis for Lynch through center ice. Gains the line, tries to find Nazarian. It is knocked free. Nazarian gets it back, centering pass picked off by Atlanta. They've got a 3-on-2 the other way. It is Neely over the blue line. Well defended by Theocharidis, not allowing the odd man rush. Man is spilled for Atlanta, no call there as the Gladiators keep possession. Davison, cross ice look, picked off. Davison gets it right back, centering pass, bouncing puck, and the Icemen come away with it. It's Nazarian up the middle, looking for a man cutting towards goal on a stretch pass in Jordan. High degree of difficulty. Jordan couldn't handle it, and Atlanta clears to center. Still 1-0 Gladiators. Atlanta with the puck. They've got a 2-on-1 developing. Centering pass deflected. Atlanta didn't do much with that 2-on-1. It developed very quickly, and now it's the Icemen into the zone. Lodermeyer tries to play it ahead. Gladiators at the blue line. Work it cross ice for Davison. Davison, a long slap shot from center ice. Williams thought about playing it, but he's just going to cover it up. And then a tap at Williams long after the whistle. And again, sticks are up high. It hasn't gotten too crazy yet tonight, but there have been a couple of moments just like this one where there's just been a couple of unpleasantries exchanged. And we have it again here.
Well, anytime there's that extra whack after the whistle, it doesn't matter which side, it's going to draw some attention. And somebody's going to be unhappy about it. And that was the case right there. Charles Williams, a mainstay here in Jacksonville. Again, no goaltenders has suited up in more games than Charles Williams in Iceman history. And tonight, by the way, is his 200th ECHL game.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, so hey, they're gonna. This is their guy, and they're gonna definitely stick up for him for sure, as they would for any of their goaltenders.
Yeah, I know the fans certainly would stick up for him too. What an achievement! 200 games as a goalie in this league, not easy to do. As he freezes another puck off the faceoff. Spent time with the Indy Fuel, also the now defunct Manchester Monarchs. His first time ever in this building actually was as a member of the Monarchs.
Yeah, he had a lot of games with the Monarchs and had a lot of success there. And then, of course, went to Indy for a little bit and did well there. Of course, we had the games there, in Indianapolis here. A lot of the fans were waiting after the game to see Charles. So he's made an impact everywhere he's been.
He's that kind of guy. As Atlanta wins the faceoff, right side of Williams. Mrazek, who has the only goal of the game, tries a wraparound, denied by Jacksonville's defense. Mrazek gets it right back. Constantino at the blue line. Wrist shot is deflected. It goes off the netting. 7:49 to go in the second period. Jacksonville still down 1-0 in this one. And the Icemen will send out a new forward line with Zach Jordan, Aaron Azarian, and Luke Lynch. If you want to go through all the injured players for Jacksonville, sure, we can do that. On the injured reserve list, that means gone for minimum 2 weeks for Jacksonville. Defense, Jacob Friend. Defense, Victor Hadfield. Defense, Jacob Panetta. Defense, Garrett Cockrell. Defense, Luca Hano, along with Jacob Hammaker, Ben Howarchuk, and Nick Isaacson at forward. And those are all on injured reserve for Jacksonville. They continue to do well to win game after game. As we have a puck out of play, this time it's going to be a face-off in the Atlanta zone. And, give credit to the players, of course, but I want to make sure that I give credit to the coaching staff as well for keeping these guys engaged, for keeping the buy-in at 100%, for making sure that the forwards are aware. Don't get discouraged because we've lost, 3/4 of our defensive core. For the new defensive players to say, look, you're an important part of this team, and they have been, and everybody has bought in, and it continues to result in great success for the Icemen.
It's been remarkable, and it's a sign of a good team, when they can, face a little bit of adversity and still perform well and come away with W's. It puts a mindset that, hey, it doesn't matter who's out there. We can win every night. And so far, in the way they've been playing lately, at least the majority of the games, they've been doing that.
Jacksonville has their third defensive pairing out there right now with Connor Russell and John DeRoche. They do well to clear the zone. Atlanta taps it right back in. Russell takes the body on a man along the far side wall. It gets played down low, and the Icemen possess. It's Nazarian. Stick handles away from thrower, feeds it cross ice for Russell, and the defenseman will lead the charge. Russell over the blue line. Wrister is deflected off the glass, stays in play. Nazarian at the near side corner. He's double teamed. He'll play it down low. Carabia on it for Atlanta. Around the boards for Cade Oliver, who will chop it off the wall, and it will roll into the Icemen zone. No icing here with 6:32 to go in the second period rather. Jacksonville still down 1-0. It is Craig Martin. Beats Hayes wide, takes it behind the net. Fell down on the play, he couldn't keep his edge. Held in by Jacksonville, however, and we will play on. Lodermeyer behind the net for Martin. Atlanta, I think, wanted a hand pass, but it went off the leg of Jacksonville's Brendan Harris, so no hand pass because he technically played it to Lodermeyer. Now along the far side corner with 6:04 to go in the second period. Atlanta pries the puck free. Harris looks for the steal, comes around the wall to the blue line. Fortunato holds into the zone for Lodermeyer. Into the corner. It is cycled for Harris. Harris with a good drop pass for Fortunato. Drop pass for Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer looks to center. Comes free for Dwyer, who can't get the shot away, and Atlanta's got numbers the other way. Possibly a 2-on-1. Yoder with a drop pass picked off by Jacksonville. Can Lodermeyer play it out of the zone? Yes. And the Icemen right back to center ice. Harris over the blue line. Fortunato trails. Harris goes behind the net. Tapped loose for Fortunato. Centering feed. Broken up by Malcolm Hayes. That was a big defensive play there by Hayes. Icemen get it back, though. It is Lodermeyer. turning to his forehand side behind the cage. His centering pass goes off the back of the net as the Icemen continue to pressure now in the right wing corner. Harris at the end of a long shift for Brodzinski. Tries to step to the backhand. Into the corner now is Brodzinski with it. Brodzinski into the high slot. Good feed into the corner for Brown as the Icemen finally get a line change. Brown for Fortunato at the left point. Looking for Brodzinski. High slot, it is Brown. Steps away from one man. Looks for a man cutting. That is Brodzinski. Centering pass, and Brown couldn't finish the job. Excellent work there as Atlanta finally clears out of the zone. Down to 4:38 to go in the second period. Jacksonville continues to be held off the scoreboard here, trailing by 1. It is Fortunato. Up the right side for Brodzinski. Can't clear the zone yet. He'll trap it back into his own end. Fortunato chips it up the left side. Low and lets it go for Brodzinski. He's got Brown trailing. Brodzinski takes the shot. It is wide to the far post. Held in by Jacksonville momentarily, but the Gladiators get it right back. Reese Vitelli over the blue line. Backhand feed, deflected at the last possible moment by the Icemen, and Brown takes it away. Good stretch pass for Lowen. He couldn't handle it, though, and the Gladiators get it back at center and play it down low. It's Sean Leonard around the wall for Theocharidis. Theocharidis with a bouncing puck over the blue line. Held in. It is Lynch over the blue line. Drop pass. Intercepted by Atlanta. Held in by the Icemen. Lynch in the high slot. Looks to get a shot away. Save is made. Rebound out of play. Jacksonville continues to pressure with 3:39 to go in the second period, but they remain down. It's 1-0 Gladiators. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Welcome back. Arlie Johnson with you with 3:39 to go in the second period. The story tonight, Atlanta netminder Joe Murdaka. He has saved all 25 shots that has come his way. There's still 3.5 minutes plus to go in the second period. Jacksonville's playing a very strong game, but they find themselves down by a goal. Still well within striking distance as they have a face-off in the offensive end. Lynch wins it to Jordan, gets a shot towards goal. It goes off the side of the net. He gets it right back off the apron. Jordan, turnaround shot. That's deflected wide. It ends up behind the net. And it comes loose for Cade Oliver. Back to the blue line, held in by the Icemen. Shot towards goal is blocked. And it's Nazarian into the corner for Jordan. Cross ice look. Nazarian with a forehand. Whistles it just wide as he went glove to stick. Excellent effort just to get the shot away. Didn't miss by much as Atlanta clears out. It's DeRoche up the left side. Good stretch pass to Lynch into the zone. Tries to go wide on Carabia. He'll stop at the line, feed it to the blue line. Slap shot on net, save is made. Rebound is loose. Another save by Murdaka as Jordan did not get all of it. It just trickled off of his stick and rolled to Murdaka on the rebound. 2:58 to go in the second period. And Jacksonville still looking for whatever the answer is to solve Joe Murdaka's riddle tonight. Line change for the Icemen. Derek Lodermeyer with Craig Martin and Brendan Harris up front. And the Glads win this one. They'll play it into the corner. Good pressure from Jacksonville trying to force a turnover. They do. Slap shot from Lodermeyer is deflected into the corner. Icemen get it right back. They'll cycle it for Harris in the right wing corner. Leaving it down low for Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer takes the body on Lowen. Harris tries to work the puck free. Gladiators come away with the puck. Around the wall, Pellick tangled up with Dwyer. Dwyer wins the puck battle for Martin, who beats Pellick to the left wing circle. Into the slot, backhand feed. Lodermeyer off the crossbar. Held in by Fortunato. His shot is blocked, and Atlanta gets it on the backhand, and they will skate out of the zone. That's 2 crossbars now for Jacksonville tonight, as we have an offside call against Atlanta. It was Lodermeyer with the redirection, and he beat Murdaka to the short side, but it went off the bottom of the crossbar and stayed out. The Icemen out shooting Atlanta 26-11 in this game. Ryan Lowen comes on with Brown and Brodzinski. Atlanta plays it to the Jacksonville line. Leonard holds it up, and a good outlet pass for Brodzinski, who snaps one wide from a sharp angle and redirects all the way back into the Icemen zone. It is Theocharidis for Leonard. Good cross ice look. Tape to tape. The Icemen are in the zone. Snapshot goes wide. That's off the stick of Brodzinski, and it comes off the boards right back to center. Jacksonville redirects back in. Hayes wants a piece of Fortunato. Fortunato not going to bite for it, and we're going to see if we're going to have a penalty against Atlanta here. Brodzinski vehemently arguing with Tatu Kunto, the referee, about something. I'm not sure what he's arguing, but he is heated as he's talking with Kunto. And Hayes is going to go to the penalty box, and I don't know if Fortunato is going to join him or not. But Brodzinski was furious about something that happened behind the play. An interested onlooker is head coach Nick Luco for the Icemen. Brandon Fortunato wanted nothing to do with Malcolm Hayes, and why would he? Hayes at 6'3", 220. Fortunato at 5'10", 170, and I think that's generous. 2 minutes are on the board for Hayes. I think this is going to be a power play for the Icemen. Now I'm wondering if there's anything more than that. Easton Brodzinski sure thinks that there was something else involved. Kunto talking with Jacksonville's captain, Christopher Brown, who then is going to relay that message to Nick Luco. So I'm not sure what the issue is going to be here. Brodzinski saying that puck went in the net. But the whistle had already blown. That's what it is. Jacksonville just tossed it in from center ice, but the whistle had already blown. I don't mind that. It's a power play, though, for Jacksonville. That's the important part here. As the Icemen look to try and even the score, Atlanta chops it out to the Jacksonville line. 90 seconds to go in the period, and Jacksonville to their 4th power play of the game. They've had 3 good power play chances, but no goals. Here they come again. Snapshot and a save made by Murdaka. He just got enough with the paddle of his stick. Icemen hold it in, shot in the screen. Loose in front. Jacksonville gets it back. Lodermeyer looking for Brown. Lodermeyer bank shot, and he can't get it to go. It is Brodzinski to the blue line for Theocharidis. Brodzinski fans on his one-timer. He does keep it in the zone, however, leaving it for Lodermeyer. To the blue line for Theocharidis. Now in the final minute of period number 2. Brodzinski, left wing circle, plays it down low. Brown back for Brodzinski. A different look here from Jacksonville. Brodzinski at the left face-off dot. To the blue line. Held in there by the Icemen. It is Brown at the right circle. To the top of the umbrella. Wrist shot. Save is made. Rebound for the Gladiators. It is Pellick on his forehand. He'll play it off the boards and out. 33 seconds to go in the period. Jacksonville back with it behind their own net. It is Tim Theocharidis up the right side for Nazarian. Chips it off the boards. Lowen on his forehand tries to clear out. Looking to set it up for Yoder. It comes to Eric Neely. Neely to the blue line. Poked away by Jacksonville. It's held in. Centering feed with 10 seconds to go. Lynch with a centering pass. Nobody home. Atlanta steals and clears, and that will do it in the period. Time will expire. Jacksonville will have a few seconds left on a power play. 19 seconds left on a power play when the third period begins. And they continue to be stymied by Joe Murdaka, who has now saved all 29 shots that have come his way. Atlanta only has 11 shots through 40 minutes, but they are the ones who still find themselves ahead. The only goal of the game midway through the first period. Michael Mrazek, his 5th of the year, from Tyson Empey and Reese Vitelli, and that has been it. So Joe Murdaka stealing the show right now. Jacksonville still needs to stay patient and not get frustrated because it is only a one-goal game. And one goal can change everything here. They've been playing very well through the opening 40 minutes. They just don't have the results to show for it yet. We'll bring you down to ice level in just a moment. Alex Reed is going to be joined by one of the Icemen players. And following that, we'll go through your ECHL scoreboard and your South Division standings as well in the second intermission. Shots on goal in that period, Jacksonville with 11 for a two-period total of 29. Atlanta only 6 for their two-period total of 11. And now let's bring you back down to ice level with Alex Reed.
Join Alex Reed for our second period intermission report, brought to you by All Pro Heating and Air.
All right, fans, I'm here with Iceman defenseman Connor Russell. Connor, you guys keep pouring it on right now. Still trailing here 1-0, very tight game. Just want to get your thoughts on how this game's played out so far because the energy, the pace is there.
Yeah, we're playing within our system. We're getting a lot of pucks. We're going to bang home a couple here in the third.
Looking at the third period, what do you guys got to do here to try to get the equalizer and maybe come away with 2 points? What do you got to do?
Yeah, I think we just get around the net and just making plays and sticking to what's working right now.
You're part of this new group of defensemen here that's really just been sit right into the lineup here. You guys have adjusted great. Just really, what's it been like here to learn a new system and get the results that you guys have been getting here all in a small amount of time?
Yeah, all the veteran guys have been really good welcoming us new guys in. It's been really easy playing with them. A lot of skilled players on this team. So, yeah, it's been a pretty easy adjustment for us.
All right, best of luck the rest of the way.
Thanks a lot, Reader.
All right, that was Iceman defenseman Connor Russell joining us here for the second intermission report.
Thank you both, as Jacksonville is still looking for their first goal of the game. Atlanta's netminder Joe Murdaka has been the story thus far. He saved all 29 shots that have come his way. Jacksonville will begin the third period on a very brief power play, still 19 seconds left on it. Jacksonville, keep in mind, 7 victories this year when trailing after 2 periods. That is the most in the ECHL. And they're going to try and extend that season best mark to 8 if they can get it done here against the Gladiators tonight. We will be back in a couple moments. It's 1-0 Atlanta after 2 periods. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 35th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2023 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Kraft 1861, exclusive CBD partner; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; FanSaves, official digital couponing platform; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Miracle Fresh, official odor eliminator; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2023 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Bang the boards. You own it. Face off. You own it. Join the team. You own it. Own it at Community First Credit Union. When you bank at Community First, you're not just a customer, you're an owner. And since we're a proud partner of the Jacksonville Icemen, you'll be part of this team too. It's just one of the ways we give back to the community and put our neighbors like you first, so you can live your best life your way. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Get into the game at Best Bet. Come experience the best in card games, hospitality, and fun at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. You don't have to be a poker pro to have an exciting time. Featuring card games of all limits and easy-to-learn games like Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, and Pai Gow. Wager on exciting simulcast races and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Our card rooms are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. and 24 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Details at bestbetjacks.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik.
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Bang the boards. You own it. Own it at Community First, your Jacksonville Icemen's credit union partner. Bank with us and join the team that puts our community and neighbors like you first. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
We are between periods 2 and 3 from the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. It is Atlanta 1, Jacksonville 0. Defensive-minded game, although Jacksonville certainly has pressured the Atlanta net, on pace for roughly a 44-45 shot output, but no goals yet against Atlanta's netminder, Joe Murdaka, as the Icemen continue to try and find a way to get on the board, and in the process try and draw even with the Gladiators. Let's go to the South Division standings, where at the top, the very top, here in late February, sit your Jacksonville Icemen. Last week, I would argue, was the greatest regular season week in Jacksonville's history in their 6 seasons in existence in the ECHL. Jacksonville, if you recall, for those who follow the team well, going into last week, they were in second place. There were 4 teams separated by 2 total points in the standings. Jacksonville was actually not in first place, but by the end of the week, the Icemen won 4 games. They won 4 games in 5 days, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But on top of that, everybody else in the South somehow was losing. Couldn't believe it. This South Division has been so good this year, and the Icemen continued to be great last week, but the other teams, not so much. Florida ended up with 1 win on a Wednesday and then a pair of losses. So Jacksonville with their 4-win week, they got 8 points, remember, in the standings. So they gained 6 points on Florida. They gained 6 points on Greenville. They gained 8 points on the South Carolina Stingrays, including a pair of regulation victories at South Carolina that past week, so it could not have broken any better for the Icemen last week. And when it was all said and done, here's where your standings sit right now. Jacksonville, the Icemen, they are the leaders of the South Division. 33 wins, 15 losses, 2 overtime losses for 68 points in the standings. Jacksonville, by the way, at 18 games over 500 right now. That is also a franchise record for Jacksonville. They've never been 18 over 500 in their history. Florida did get a victory on Wednesday night, so they have put a couple of points of a dent into the standings. Jacksonville still has an advantage by 3 points, though, over Florida. The Everblades at 29 wins, only 13 regulation losses, 4 overtime losses, 3 shootout losses for them. They have 65 points. Again, 3 points behind the Icemen in the standings. By the way, Florida is up 4-0 tonight, so Jacksonville needs to try and keep pace with a come-from-behind victory tonight. It's a tie for third place right now between the South Carolina Stingrays and Greenville Swamp Rabbits. South Carolina at 29, 15, 4-1. Greenville at 28 wins, 15 losses, 7 overtime losses for them. They both have 63 points, so it is far from decided. Both Greenville and South Carolina are just 5 points behind the Icemen in the standings. South Carolina has 1 game in hand on the Icemen. Florida does as well, by the way, if that matters. And that's where your cutoff is for the playoffs at the moment in the South. Knocking on the door, at least trying to stay in it, both the Orlando Solar Bears and the Atlanta Gladiators. Orlando currently in 5th place at 25 wins, 21 losses, 6 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss for them. They are currently alone in 5th place, 6 points behind both Greenville and South Carolina. Orlando has also played the most games in the division at 53, so they only have 19 games remaining. And if they are going to make a push for the playoffs, they need to do it very, very quickly. But they are playing pretty good hockey right now. Atlanta sits in 6th place at the moment at 25 wins, 20 losses. They have 5 overtime losses and 1 shootout loss. They're 1 point behind Orlando, but because they've played a couple fewer games, they actually are in a better playoff position. They are 7 points behind Greenville and South Carolina in the standings. And sitting in last place, the Savannah Ghost Pirates at 16 wins, 25 losses, 9 overtime losses for them, and 1 shootout loss for the Ghost Pirates. They hold at 42 points in the standings. We will take another break and return in a moment. We'll get you up to date on your ECHL scoreboard as well. It's Atlanta 1, Jacksonville 0 after 2 periods of play. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 35th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2023 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Kraft 1861, exclusive CBD partner; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; FanSaves, official digital couponing platform; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Miracle Fresh, official odor eliminator; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2023 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Bang the boards. You own it. Face off. You own it. Join the team. You own it. Own it at Community First Credit Union. When you bank at Community First, you're not just a customer, you're an owner. And since we're a proud partner of the Jacksonville Icemen, you'll be part of this team too. It's just one of the ways we give back to the community and put our neighbors like you first, so you can live your best life your way. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Get into the game at Best Bet. Come experience the best in card games, hospitality, and fun at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. You don't have to be a poker pro to have an exciting time. Featuring card games of all limits and easy-to-learn games like Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, and Pai Gow. Wager on exciting simulcast races and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Our card rooms are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. and 24 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Details at bestbetjacks.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Duke.
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Bang the boards. You own it. Own it at Community First, your Jacksonville Icemen's credit union partner. Bank with us and join the team that puts our community and neighbors like you first. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
After 2 periods of play, the Jacksonville Icemen trail the Atlanta Gladiators 1-0. Let's go to the ECHL scoreboard and keep you in touch with the South Division. They got a good one going in Orlando right now. The Greenville Swamp Rabbits and Orlando Solar Bears are tied 2-2. 14 minutes left in the third period of that one. The Worcester Railers have an advantage on the road, 1-0 at South Carolina. That is very early in the third period. Of course, that is tomorrow's opponent for the Icemen and what is expected to be the biggest crowd of the year, Reader, tomorrow night. And if you don't have tickets yet, you better get them before you leave the building or get them online before the midnight strikes.
Yeah, it's a good idea because I think it's already, the lower bowl. I think pretty much all the tickets are gone. They are going to open up the upper deck, though, the second level, so that's great. It's going to be a big crowd, great atmosphere, likely the largest crowd of the year, and you can get a part of it. So, again, get your tickets now, Ticketmaster.com, JacksIceman.com.
Elsewhere around the scoreboard, the Savannah Ghost Pirates a 2-1 lead at home against the Fort Wayne Comets. Savannah beat Fort Wayne a couple of times in Indiana very early in the year, in the opening week or two of the season. And finally, it's all Florida right now, 4-0 over the Kansas City Mavericks. That is late in the second period of play. And we are just about set to go for the start of the third period, but waiting for the lights to come down. We'll see if the fans are ready to start a riot here, as we have a couple of highlights on flowhockey.tv. Jacksonville again with more chances in the second period. Brendan Harris, this is maybe the best save of the night there from Joe Murdaka, as Harris went from backhand to forehand, and Murdaka had nothing left but his right pad, and Harris couldn't slip it underneath the pad. And the Icemen continue to be stymied here in this one. Development going here, Reader, as we see both teams coming out onto the ice to start the third period of play. Joe Murdaka has been the story, and he continues to be the story, I guess, but now the story is he's not in net. He's out. They're sending in another goaltender. I wonder if there's an issue. It has to be some sort of health issue with Joe Murdaka. I guess the Icemen just put too much pressure on him through the first two periods. So David Tendek goes in goal as we are about to start a riot here in downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah, he looked a little, there was a couple of the players that aren't playing tonight. They were watching TV. They're like, Murdaka he looks slow right now. He looks tired. And, some players kind of noticed that. So obviously, he's been put to work. 29 saves already in this game. But so maybe there's something related to that. I'm not certain. Maybe something happened. He was just playing through it. But I don't want to speculate. But it doesn't look like he's going to be starting the period.
So David Tendek is on the ice for Atlanta. This is quite the development considering how brilliant Murdaka was for the first two periods, but cannot answer the bell for the third period. Tendek this year, 10, 11, and 4. 3.49 goals against average. 8.93 save percentage. And remember, Jacksonville begins the third period on a power play. They only have 19 seconds remaining on it, but I know the message now, as if it hasn't already been the case in the first 40 minutes, but you got to just get every shot on net that you can.
Yeah, just keep doing what you've been doing here. They've been getting a lot of chances. There's no doubt the Icemen have, outworked, outchanced this Atlanta club. The forwards are just exploiting the defense here so far through 40 minutes of play. But they don't have any goals to show for it here. And at the end of the day, we say it all the time, Marley, they don't ask they ask how many. And right now Atlanta's got the lead here. They've got more in that category, and that's the only stat that matters here. So Jacksonville, they got 19 seconds to go on a power play to maybe try to get something set up in the offensive zone and try to get that momentum still going in their way, because offensively they've been great. And now they're going to be facing a new goaltender here who's just fresh into the game. Hasn't taken any warm-up since the pregame warm-up, so we'll see if that is a factor here. But obviously some shocking and disappointing news for Coach Pyle that Murdaka right now is not able to start this period. He's not even on the bench right now.
No, he's not. And speaking of the Atlanta bench, behind the bench, see Blue Man back here in attendance as well tonight for the Icemen. But the focus at the moment is Jacksonville trying to find a way to increase their league-leading total of victories when trailing after two periods. 7 wins this year when trailing after 2, and they've played well enough to, I don't want to say expect it, but this game is far from over, let's just say.
Oh, is it ever? It's, hey, this has been a tight series. It's, I would expect much the same. This is not really a surprise to anyone.
Jacksonville wins the face-off, but it's behind their own net. Maybe enough time just to get the play moving into the offensive zone as Harris beats the man, accelerates, forehand off the post. Just seconds in as Atlanta clears out of the zone. Hayes comes out of the penalty box. What a move by Brendan Harris. And the Icemen have now caught iron 3 times in this game tonight. Harris back through center ice. His teams are back at 5-on-5. Martin's pass deflects to the opposite corner. Lynch cycles it for Martin. Martin tries to spin away from Davison. On his backhand, it is Martin all the way to the blue line. He'll leave it for Fortunato. Wrist shot deflected just wide as Lynch got a piece of it. Martin gets it back behind the net. Centering feed, forehand, that deflects behind the net as Fortunato broke his stick in the process, and Atlanta finally skates out of the zone and plays it out to center.
Tough break, pun intended there on that one. The stick breaking on that shot for Fortunato. He was all alone in the low slot, just where you want to be. The stick just failed him.
Here's Brodzinski 1-on-2. Takes it behind the Atlanta net, tries to find a trailer. It goes by everybody and all the way back into the Jacksonville zone. Brendan Harris just missed. Tying it up for Jacksonville in the opening seconds of this third period.
But I like where the Icemen are. They're coming right back. They're just coming right back on the attack, just as they have in 2 periods here. I like to see that here. They're going to need to continue that here to try to come away with the equalizer here in this contest.
Delayed offside for Atlanta. Brodzinski takes it to center ice. Easton Brodzinski over the blue line, goes wide on Lowen. He'll rim it around. Fortunato Centering feed, Tendick got a stick on it. I think that he was caught off guard by that shot on goal from a sharp angle as the Icemen get it right back at center. Tendick out of his net. He'll leave it for Wowen. Wowen up the left wing for Carlos Fornares. Comes off a skate. Fornares gets it back and slides it back to the Jacksonville line. It is Leonard. Good up ice feed for Nazarian. Tries to beat Constantino wide. He'll play it into the boards. Wowen feeds it around the wall, redirected out by Atlanta. No icing here, foot race for the puck between Sheen and Dwyer. They both go down, Dwyer gets back up, Sheen tries to keep the play tied up along the wall. It squirts loose and it belongs to Jacksonville. It's Derek Lodermeyer for Jordan, tries to beat Hayes wide. He'll button hook at the half wall, waits for a trailer. On his backhand, he'll drop it to the blue line for Fortunato. Fortunato gets some separation, beats one man, shot towards goal. It is wide to the far post, comes all the way back to the blue line, and Dwyer is unable to hold it in. 17:09 to go in the third period. Jacksonville still down 1-0. It is Jordan behind his own net for Russell. Russell didn't see that pass initially. He gets it late, and the Icemen just play it out of the zone. It was stolen by Atlanta just a couple of inches over the blue line. 16:55 to go, clock stops. By the way, we have, a reader I should say, you have an update on the penalty against Malcolm Hayes and the question of whether the goal should have counted or not from Jacksonville. You've got an explanation for it, which makes all the sense in the world. Please tell us why the Icemen throw-in was not considered a goal.
Well, it was called by the linesman as a delayed offside. So because they let the play go, the Icemen had the opportunity to tag up on the play, but since the initial shot came on an offside play, the Icemen can't score on that. And when the puck went in, they blow the play dead immediately because, well, it's a goal that's not going to count. So,
right.
So that was kind of just a weird situation that you don't see very often. But the initial shot was ruled as a delayed offside by Cole Rui, the linesman. So that was really it. That's really what it came down to. And just that kind of night. Got broken sticks, post, and then the rare delayed offside shot that ends up in. Those are the weird things we're seeing here tonight.
So for those who are wondering why it did not count, that is why it did not count. It was a delayed offside as Williams steers one aside.
And don't worry, the coaching staff did look in the rule book, and that is the rule. So,
and it was a delayed offside. It's not like
right.
Not like there was any question about that. And with that, we will play on. Jacksonville still trails by 1. Atlanta with a little bit of pressure in the offensive zone. It's Carabia at the left point. He'll feed it down low. Jacksonville's first to the puck. Lynch flips it around for Harris. He redirects it back out to the Gladiator blue line. Davison feeds it off the wall for Pellick. Pellick ahead for Sylvester. Sharp angle shot's deflected. Comes all the way back to the blue line, and the Icemen are on the puck. It is Harris over the blue line. Drop pass for Lynch. Lynch beats one man, cuts it into the backhand to the forehand. Saved by Tendick with the stick. Rebound for Harris. Harris in the high slot. Gets a shot away. It is blocked in front. Bounces up high for the Gladiators. Dwyer nearly got a steal. He does force Turner to just play it out to center. And here come the Icemen again with Harris, who has been buzzing tonight. Drop pass for Brodzinski. Shifts away from one man on his backhand. Feeds it up high. Dwyer with a blast. That is blocked in front. Played up high for the Gladiators. It is Turner 2-on-2 with Empey. Fortunato, an excellent poke check to break any odd man rush up. And the Icemen end up with possession. Down to 15:15 to go in the third. Fortunato gets to center. He'll rim it around. Wowen first on it. He'll reverse it for Josh Thrower. Thrower from center. Gets it to the red line. That is it. Jacksonville right back in control. Theocharidis for Brodzinski. He'll play it into the corner. Dropping it for Brown. Brown behind the Atlanta net. Comes all the way to the opposite side. Sidesteps a big hit. Lost his stick in the process. Tries to center with his skate. And it's picked off by Atlanta. Whatever it takes to try and get the pass away. As Atlanta takes it into the zone, there's Turner with a forehand. That didn't miss by much. And as it redirects all the way back to center, and Jacksonville now in transition with the puck. Brown takes a hit as he feeds it down low. It is Hayes around the wall. That's by everybody to center ice. Jacksonville now out shooting Atlanta by a remarkable 31-12 margin. Nazarian into the slot. Tendick with a blocker save. Rebound into the corner. as a quick release from Nazarian nearly put the Icemen on the board. Jacksonville unable to keep the puck in the zone. It goes out, and it's going to be John DeRoche for the Icemen. Ahead to center ice for Nazarian. Tapping it to the right side. It is Russell gaining center. Tries to play it in deep. It's going to be an offside call against Jacksonville. We'll go to break with 13:58 to go in period number 3. Atlanta still clinging to this 1-goal lead at 1-0. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 35th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Barron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2023 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Kraft 1861, exclusive CBD partner; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; FanSaves, official digital couponing platform; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Miracle Fresh, official odor eliminator; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2023 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Jacksonville continues to be stymied on the scoreboard, trailing 1-0. Puck is out of play. It's going to be a draw in the offensive zone for Jacksonville. They have 32 shots on goal. There's still just under 14 minutes left in this game. Season high for shots for Jacksonville is 46. I don't know if they're going to get there. Well, maybe they'll get there. If they continue to just pound away at the Atlanta net. Atlanta doesn't seem like they're have too much urgency for trying to get an insurance goal. Looks like they're just trying to protect this 1-goal lead. That's a dangerous game, especially knowing that the Icemen have won 7 games this year when trailing after 2 periods. Puck is in the neutral zone. Atlanta takes it to the blue line. They cannot get a pass away, however. Jacksonville now gives it up. Sylvester with a steal. Jacksonville gets it right back. It is Harris up the right wing side for Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer gets to center, takes it to the blue line. He has to regroup. There was actually a couple pieces of broken carbon fiber out there, so he had some shrapnel to deal with, and he couldn't gain the zone because of it.
Yeah, it was like an extra defender there.
It was.
For Atlanta. It worked out in their favor that time.
And now it's the Gladiators from the red line. Sylvester will rim it around. Leonard first on the puck for the Icemen. Good reversal to Brodzinski on the far side. Touch pass. Brown handled that pass beautifully. He has to regroup at center, but he does maintain possession. It's Theocharidis off the wall for Brodzinski in the right wing corner. He'll tap it down low. Brown is on it there. Tries to go skate to stick. Centering feed. It is Martin to the blue line for Theocharidis. Another pass is deflected. Stays in the zone, however. Brown at the blue line. Tapped ahead. Brodzinski for Brown. And again, it would have been a breakaway, but the broken stick acts as a defenseman again. What an awful break for Jacksonville as Brown takes it into the zone yet again. Feeds it into a corner. That stick is everywhere right now. Tendick finally puts half of it into his own net. I don't know why he did it. Actually, he's been helping him as Jacksonville tries to get the puck back at center ice. It is Jordan, 2-on-2. He's got Nazarian with him. Nazarian overskates the puck, tries to get it back at the far corner. He's double teamed, tries to pin it up against the wall, somehow looks to come away with the puck. Jordan looks to tap it away, comes to the blue line for Russell. Great shift away from a one-man, backhander towards goal, knocked in front by Atlanta. It is blocked in front, I should say, and the Gladiators skate into the zone. Sang-Eun Sheen, left wing corner, still cannot get over that broken stick, defending a breakaway from Christopher Brown out of nowhere.
Yeah, that stick was trying to lobby for one of the stars of the game, I think.
Right now it's number 3 for Atlanta as Williams makes a save. Atlanta gets it back. Mrazek on the forehand. Plays it underneath for Empey. Empey for Vitelli. Stripped loose, but the Gladiators get it back. Centering feed, knocked free by Jacksonville. They were fortunate as it comes out to center ice. Atlanta had a man at the back door, but Jacksonville got a stick blade on that pass. And it stays 1-0. We are down to 11 minutes flat to go in this game. As the Icemen have the puck in their own zone, it is Lynch on his forehand. Fell down, gets back up. Dwyer feeds it back behind his own net for Fortunato for a little more time and space. Fortunato back for Dwyer on his backhand. Chips it off glass. Lynch knocks it out of midair. That was dangerous. Could have gone over the glass, but it does stay in play. And it comes out to center ice. Jacksonville with possession. Good hit as well. Fortunato on empty as the Icemen take it into the offensive zone. It is Harris with speed around Carabia. Goes behind the net for Lodermeyer. Centering pass. Comes back to the blue line. Leonard with a slap shot. Blocked in front. Never reached the net. Lodermeyer around the wall for Leonard, who pinches but cannot hold the zone. It is Atlanta's Reese Vitelli getting to center ice. He'll slap it in over the crossbar. Still 1-0 Atlanta with 10:03 to go in the game. Jacksonville out shooting the Gladiators 32-14. Atlanta through the neutral zone. It is Pellick over the blue line. Drop pass for Neely. Centering feed all alone. Off the crossbar was Cody Sylvester. I think that went off the bottom of the bar as well, as the Icemen are fortunate to stay down by 1. And now it's Jacksonville into the offensive zone. From the blue line. Shot bounces towards goal. It goes behind the net. Harris knocks it out of midair. Stick handling on his backhand. Falls down, tries to get back up. Gladiators come away from the puck. And the Icemen very nearly were down by 2 as we have gone several minutes without a whistle here in this game. Cody Sylvester ahead for Pellick, redirecting in.
That Atlanta's broken stick that we talked about, now he's trying to play goaltender. He's in the net.
Yes.
Of the Atlanta net.
Here comes Brown for the Icemen, going wide on Hayes. Takes it behind the Gladiator net, centering pass deflects to the blue line. Fortunato with a wrister, deflected just wide. Comes off the end boards, and Tendick will cover it up. And we will finally take a break with 8:59 to go in the third period. Chances for both clubs. It's been close either way. It stays 1-0 Atlanta. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
The Community First Igloo is a newly renovated ice facility located just off the Emerson Road exit on I-95 in Jacksonville. The facility is the official practice facility of the Jacksonville Icemen and features 2 sheets of ice and offers something for everyone, including public skating, figure skating, as well as youth and adult hockey leagues. There is also Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. In addition, you can relax and cool off at the Icemen Restaurant and Bar, purchase gear and equipment at the Pro Shop, and for you gamers, there's a state-of-the-art esports gaming arena. For more information, visit communityfirstigloo.com or call 904-399-3223. So come feel the freeze to the Community First Igloo.
Along with Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you, a nail-biter here in Jacksonville, as the Icemen have not scored yet, down 1-0. They've dominated pretty much the entire game. But an Atlanta goal, 12-19 in from Michael Mrazek, is the only goal of the contest thus far. Jacksonville has more than twice as many shots as Atlanta, 32 for the Icemen, 15 for the Gladiators. Joe Murdoka, who started the game in goal for Atlanta and was brilliant, had to come out after 2 periods of play. He's back on the bench for Atlanta, but not between the pipes. So it looks like it's going to be David Tendick the rest of the way for Atlanta, in what we are assuming is some form of health issue for Murdoka. Otherwise, why else would you take him out, obviously? Icemen with the puck behind their own net. It is Brown for Dwyer, or Fortunato rather. Martin over the blue line. Cuts to the left, drops it to the line. Fortunato gave it up to Neely. Comes through to center ice, penalty coming. This is going to be on Jacksonville. Fortunato goes to the box. Holding is the call. Power play for the Gladiators with 8:23 to go. And for the Icemen, now they've got to find a way to kill this penalty. Atlanta doesn't seem to be, they don't have a whole lot of urgency to try and get another goal, but this is their opportunity here, Reader. I got to think if you're their head coach, Jeff Pyle, you're thinking, look, if we're taking a 2-0 lead at all, it's going to be in these next 2 minutes. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at us.
Yeah, this is going to be a big kill here for Jacksonville, because you're right. I mean, the way things have been going here and some of the bad puck luck the Icemen have had, 2 goals might be a little bit too much to overcome here at this point if Atlanta were to score here. So it's a big kill. And don't forget, the Icemen are sometimes a threat to score when down a man. They've done so 9 times this season.
Atlanta with the puck behind their own net as Jacksonville gets an immediate clear. Up the right wing with speed is Vitelli. Beats one man wide, drop pass well read on the back check of Luke Lynch. Can't get the clear out yet. Tries to get a give and go. Puck rolls around the wall. It does come to center ice, no further than that. Jordan was trying to skate with it, but couldn't get it to calm down once it fell off the dasher board. It is Davison from center. He'll wrist it in. Russell, good self pass, and he gets the clear out.
Yeah, that was a good heads-up play there by Russell. Just played it to himself off the boards, placed it where he was going to skate too. Shook the forward off there for Atlanta and was able to make the easy clear.
Still 1:09 to go on the power play for the Gladiators. Neely cuts to the forehand. Big save by Williams with the left leg. Rebound for Jacksonville and a clear out by Dwyer this time. That might have been Williams' best save of the night.
He hasn't been tested a whole lot here in this game, but Atlanta with a good chance there and a very good scorer in Eric Neely.
It is Sheen into the offensive end. Off the end boards. Neely is open. Well read by Dwyer. He got a stick in the passing lane and redirected it out to the Atlanta line. Still 39 seconds to go on the power play for the Gladiators. Pellick onside. Drop pass for Lowen at the left point. Martin nearly got a steal, would have sent him in alone. Gladiators keep it in though. Centering pass comes all the way to the top of the circle. Sylvester for Lowen. Slap shot deflected wide. Comes off the far wall for the Icemen. They've got a 3-on-2 shorthanded if they recognize. It's Brown with speed. Drop pass. Slap shot towards goal. It is wide to the far side. Comes back out to center and look out. Here come the Gladiators. They've got a 2-on-1. Pellick on his backhand. Cuts to the forehand. Tries to throw it underneath. Nobody home, and Atlanta does not do much with that one. Atlanta does get it back, however, as teams return to full strength. Wrist shot from the blue line. Save made by Williams. Rebound for Fortunato, who came right out of the penalty box to get that rebound. So the Icemen still have some time with 6:10 to go in the third period, trailing 1-0. The Icemen in their own end. It's Connor Russell. Gains center. He'll wrist it in. It bounces in on Tendick, who will leave the puck for Carabia. Around the wall, held in by the Icemen. Left circle, it is Harris. Fell down on the play. I think he tried to out-deke himself. Jacksonville does keep it in the zone, however. Shot deflected wide, it goes behind the net. Oliver up the wall, broken up by Harris. Harris on his backhand, cycles it for Lynch, centering pass. Intercepted and cleared by Davison. Dwyer gets it back. D-to-D for Russell, who will rim it around. Tendick, a good job to block the puck behind his net. Davison rims it around for Fornaris. Fornaris gets it to center. Fortunato swings it around for Jacksonville. Here come the Icemen. Lynch is onside, leaving it for Martin. Looking for Harris. He couldn't set him up. Davison takes it behind his net. He'll play it off the boards and out. Does it have enough steam to reach the goal line? Yes, barely. I think the Icemen actually got a bit of a break with that call, as Cole Rui blew the play dead with 5:08 to go. It is an icing call against Atlanta. And the Icemen with just 5 minutes and change left in this contest. Crowd tonight, I'm not sure if it's a season best. If it's not, it's got to be second overall. Just under 8,800 tonight, 8,793. Tremendous effort once again from you, the fans. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you have done for this club.
Without question, the support just continues to roll, and the Icemen's attendance numbers, they're already high as far as overall average, but they're higher this year and then rising. So this is it's just amazing to see the support, and can't thank the fans enough. And tomorrow it's going to be even bigger.
Yeah, I think it will be a season high tomorrow night.
Yeah.
As they will open up the upper bowl. They actually have the curtains already down for the upper bowl tonight, but no seats sold. And we have another icing call against the Gladiators, so the faceoff will come to the right side of David Tendick. Shots on goal in this period, you would be surprised that Atlanta actually has the edge at 6-3. The Icemen with only 3 shots on goal in this period, as Atlanta is really packing the house defensively right now.
Yeah, it feels like they're just trying to hang on. It was. I think they went for it on the power play, just didn't quite get much set up. Good penalty killing, but right now they're just trying to hang on here to this 1-0 lead. Iceman still trying to knock on the door.
Shot towards goal, saved by Tendick. It was really a pass looking for a deflection from Lodermeyer. It ended up as a shot on net. And Tendick will get it with the paddle of his stick and then put his glove on it. And we will take our final break in play. 4:53 to go in the third period. It remains Atlanta 1, Jacksonville nothing. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Just 4:53 left in regulation. Jacksonville down by a goal. They have 7 wins this year when trailing after 2 periods. That is tops in the league. They're going to try and add to that mark tonight. The only goal of the game, just 12:19 into the contest from Atlanta's Michael Mrazek. Face-off win from Jacksonville in the offensive zone. They'll play it down low for Jordan. Broken up there by Malcolm Hayes. And the Gladiators come away with the puck, but a steal from the Icemen. They keep it in. Nazarian looks to center. Sharp angle shot. Tendick denies as Nazarian tried to bank it in from a dead angle. Gladiators play it up the wall, and Mrazek will loft it out. Tim Theocharis to the puck. To the left side for Fortunato. Lodermeyer plays it down low. Lowen first on it for the Gladiators. Up the boards. Goes off a leg at the blue line. Held in for the moment. Atlanta gets it right back. Jacksonville now comes back into the zone. Harris looking to draw a call. He's not going to get it. It's actually Nazarian that's trying to draw that call as the Gladiators play it into the zone. Theocharis takes the body on Tyson Empey. Third man in are the Icemen and Craig Martin. Martin gets it to center ice. Time winding down. 3:52 to go in the game. Jacksonville still looking for their first goal of the game and the equalizer. Atlanta plays it in deep. It is Brendan Harris deep in his own zone. Got spilled on the play. He goes down, gets back up. He couldn't locate the puck. Now he taps it free, but the Gladiators hold it in. They'll play it behind the Jacksonville net. Icemen are on the puck. With speed is DeRoche. Shoved away from one man. Brown takes it over the blue line. He's 1-on-3. Gets away from a couple men and looks for help. Feeds it to the blue line. Finds DeRoche. DeRoche on his backhand. Feeding it below the net. It is Harris. Harris tries to center. One-timer just wide. That was a great setup for Brown. Harris gets it back. Near side half wall. Cuts to the slot. Brown with a one-timer. That goes wide. Fortunato gets it back for Brown. Another one-timer. That's off the outside of the net. Fortunato. Heavy pressure from the Icemen. To the left point, it's held in. Wrist shot and a save by Tendick. Rebound into the corner with 2:48 to go. It is Brown to the forehand. Cannot pull the trigger. Atlanta comes away with the puck. Jacksonville gets the steal. Fortunato behind the net. Tries to center. Feeds it for Martin. Heavy pressure from Jacksonville. Cycling it in the centering feed. And Harris can't redirect. And it comes to the near side where Atlanta finally clears out of the zone. And the puck checks up, so no icing either. Tremendous pressure from the Icemen.
With each passing shot, the more and more people on the Icemen bench, the players started to stand up. It was unbelievable. Good pressure, though, by the Icemen, but still just haven't found the back of the net today.
Jacksonville with the puck at center ice. They'll drop it back into their own zone. Just 2:05 left in the contest. And Charles Williams is still between the pipes for the Icemen. We will wait and see when he leaves for the bench as we have a bouncing puck in the zone. Jacksonville collects. Lynch looks for the wraparound and it gets poked wide by Brodzinski. Jacksonville holds it in. Atlanta with a poke check. It comes out to center ice. It is Russell. Gives it up to Fornaris. Fornaris to the forehand. Denied by Williams, who stays in net. Fornaris gets it back. Centering feed. Blocked in front by Russell. And now it's Atlanta trying to get the insurance goal late. Just 1:30 to go in the game. Can the Icemen get the equalizer late? Ryan Lowen with a drop pass for Russell. There goes Williams for the bench. Jacksonville into the Atlanta zone. And it's going to be the Icemen first to the puck. Lowen in the right wing corner. 6 skaters are on for Jacksonville. In the bumper, it's Lodermeyer. Forehand, save made by Tendick as Lynch had the opportunity. Atlanta around the wall, takes a crazy bounce. Jacksonville tries to hold it in. Lynch, backhander, save is made, rebound is loose. Where's the puck? It comes free for the Icemen. Thea Charitas for Fortunato. Fortunato gets it back, can't pull the trigger. Now he does, it goes wide. Atlanta slams it off the wall and out. 48 seconds to go. Will it be icing? No. Thea Charitas behind his own net. 42 seconds to go. Thea Charitas to the right side, broken up at the blue line by Atlanta. And the Gladiators clear out. 30 seconds to go. Fortunato for Brown, loses it to Sheen, and he'll backhand it into the open net. And that will do it. A frustrating night here in Jacksonville, as the Gladiators are going to come away with a victory with 25.9 seconds to go.
Mercy, what a game here tonight. All the dramatics were there, the effort, and you know, we say it all the time, Early, that's the game of hockey. It's just a weird game sometimes. It's almost unfair sometimes with the effort that the Icemen put forth here today. They did everything, but put the puck in the net. And hats off to the combined efforts here of Murdaka and Tendecker to preserve this win here for Atlanta. Just an unbelievable night.
You can't say that the Icemen didn't have their chances tonight.
No.
But denied time and again. David Tendeck, a couple of big saves at the end as Jacksonville drives it right back in. Just 20 seconds to go in the game, though. Atlanta didn't do much tonight, but they're going to do enough, it appears. With 14 seconds to go, Atlanta clears it out. It will be called icing. Clock will stop with 7 seconds to go. And it's just a matter of the final score at this point. And can't ask for a better effort. The effort was there. But I think this is maybe the most frustrating game of the season for the Icemen.
No, there's no doubt this is the most frustrating one because you played well, you did everything right, you out-hustled, you out-performed and outshot, out-chanced, out-everything except for the scoreboard here tonight. Just a tough one here. So, you're going to have those games. It's frustrating here, there's no doubt, but these guys, they'll regroup tomorrow and get back after it, and they come out with that same kind of energy. Tomorrow could be the game where they put a bunch of goals in on net.
And Atlanta's going to get another empty net goal here off the draw with 1.5 seconds to go. So the final score is actually going to be 3-0 tonight. And then after the whistle, we've got stuff going on. Neely gets involved, I believe, with Fortunato. The goal is going to count, but I don't know what that skirmish was all about.
Didn't see that at all, so I'll have to wait and see here. Didn't quite see what happened, but Brown trying to tell Neely to get lost, and Neely's going to separate from the pack. But I don't know if someone said something or what, but kind of a hairy end here to this one.
Yeah, certainly don't like the way that one ended, but it's going to be Atlanta with a pair of empty net goals to put this one away. 1.5 seconds to go. And again, a very frustrating night for Jacksonville. Coaching staff actually really isn't even going to be upset about this one. How can you be?
No.
Did everything you could to win the game. Sometimes you just don't. That's how it goes, and that's what happened tonight. And Florida, although the game is not over yet, it appears that they are going to win this one. So, you know, what was a nice 5-point cushion, well, that was all nice, but now it's a 1-point lead for first place for the Icemen by the end of the evening at any rate. And now for tomorrow's game, they'll need to win to hang on to first place in the South Division.
Watch here, Leonard and Hayes are having a chat right now. And just kind of exchanging some words, and Hayes with a little bit of, just a little bit of theatrics right now.
Yeah.
Trying to say that one of the Icemen players is ducking their heads and turtling a little bit. But Atlanta getting the big win here today. And everybody's getting in on the, ducking thing there. Jordan is sitting there yapping about right now. But and right now they're having a tough time getting these two teams off the ice. This is where things get a little hairy.
I'd say about half of each team are inside the center ice face-off circle right now. Just a lot of histrionics at this point, trying to...
Well, you do anything right now at this point, there'll be suspensions. If anyone drops the gloves and decides to go at it, it's going to be trouble, from the league office. So it doesn't really make much sense. But Icemen right now just trying to tell Atlanta, hey, we got to salute our fans once you get off the ice here.
And the Gladiators slowly are heading towards their locker room. Turner and Lodermeyer exchanging some chirps as well. Turner skates back, goes after Jordan, or at least attempts to go after Jordan. He knows the linesman is right there.
He wants to go with Jordan, but that's not a good trade-off. Turner suspended and Jordan suspended. We know who would lose out on that one. So that would definitely be a big loss for the Icemen if they had to get a guy suspended in Zach Jordan.
Assistant coach for the Icemen, Brandon Maschenter, is just trying to get his troops grouped up and off to the locker room and just end it all and start again tomorrow. So Jacksonville does not win this one. Atlanta gets the victory, 3-0 the final score, despite Jacksonville outshooting the Gladiators 35-20 tonight. It's Atlanta that gets the shutout victory, 3-0 the final score. Back to the drawing board tomorrow for Jacksonville, and again, in a game that you can't be upset at the effort. They just didn't get the results. The Worcester Railers come into town tomorrow evening, and Worcester, by the way, wins in South Carolina tonight 4-0. So the Railers will come in with a little bit of energy off of their win, and if nothing else, they did the Icemen a bit of a favor by South Carolina losing, and the Stingrays are struggling a little bit right now.
Yeah, they really are, since they lost Carter Turnbull to Europe there. So they haven't really been that same team. It's still a hard-working team, no doubt, but they've been having their struggles here as of late.
So Jacksonville, with the loss this evening, drops to 33-16-2. They hold steady at 68 points. Atlanta, remember, they are fighting for a playoff spot. They are scratching and clawing to stay in the playoffs. They improved to 26 wins, 20 losses, 5 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss. They now have 58 points in the standings, and they are still within striking distance of the top 4 spots in the South Division. Jacksonville, despite this loss, hey, all hope is not lost. They are still alone in first place in the South Division, although by the end of the night, granted, it will be by only a point, but there's a long way to go in this season, a lot of regular season play left to go, and the Icemen get an opportunity to get right back at it tomorrow as they host the Worcester Railers coming in from the North Division. That's going to do it for this one. We're going to wrap this one up quickly. Not much to talk about. No goals, no victory. Let's just start again and try tomorrow as the Icemen will host the Worcester Railers for just the second time ever on home ice. Thank you so much to Gemstone Media. Of course, to our off-ice crew led by Jay Eilers. And Alex, for you, this is Arlie Johnson saying good night. We'll be with you again tomorrow evening as the Icemen host the Worcester Railers. 7 o'clock start right here on flowhockey.tv and on Mixlr. For everybody else involved, this is Arlie Johnson saying good night. Great effort, poor result this evening. Final score, the Atlanta Gladiators 3, the Jacksonville Icemen 0. And despite the result, it's always a great night for hockey.